I don't see it on my screen.
It's this one thing where if you hit the button, it's like, hey, it's streaming, but then...
Is there another click?
No, I just have to stay on the screen to make sure that it turns on.
Gotcha. All right. So that step is coming your way. Pardon me. I think I'm going to sneeze. Hang on. Hold for sneeze.
He's lying. He's not sneezing. If you're listening on the radio, he's just faking it. He's got a phone call. See, he's not even sneezing.
That one was good. Just a one.
Good one.
Yeah. Anyway, we had the meeting, but part of the meeting there was, I think we had speculated, will there be food? Then we learned from Matt and Kayla, they said there's going to be food. You and I had gone through more than 3 days, 3.5 days without eating food. And then we had some watermelon on the show. That was great. We really could have continued Dave, we talked about this. We just didn't go very far. I didn't have the courage to go any further, but he was like,
oh, I did.
But I'm impressed right away. He's like, are you guys fasting? Were you fasting? It's like, yeah, we were. Did we talk about this? Yes, every day. No, we had not, but you and I did that. So anyway, they had...
Didn't you say that a friend was doing it with you?
Yes.
Okay, how did you do?
Great. It was a she, and she did it. Yeah, and she did great, and she made it and wanted to do it for all the reasons of whatever, the autophagy and all the things that I hear are good for you, that once you kind of complete that, all the bad cells hopefully get out and all the good cells are replaced. Anyway, with that being said, that's all I had eaten. I think to my knowledge, that's all you had eaten was the watermelon, and I had some bone broth yesterday. So it's like, okay, you're supposed to kind of go in easy.
Gross.
And I'm like, all right, well, I don't know what they're going to have. And that probably, is maybe one of my bigger weaknesses, one of my favorite foods. And there's all different versions of this. But when he came downstairs, I'm like, oh, we have tacos. I'm like, oh, man. But you kind of went for it, didn't you?
No, I had like half a plate.
Oh, okay.
I didn't usually have what I eat. Like, I probably would have
a smaller portion.
Yeah.
But your tummy
I had like a taco and half a salad.
Okay, that's not bad. So you would text the text thread that your tummy wasn't doing so well later in the day.
It just this hurts.
Just reintroduction of food.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think what was odd about it, so they had beef, they had chicken.
And here's the thing, I'm never going to turn down free food.
Well, that's it. It's very nice.
Like, if we were still in the fast and that was happening, I probably would have just grabbed a plate to take home and leave in the refrigerator.
This will be eaten later. Yeah, good thing we weren't in day, half day, like we had to wait 3 days. But
and I took one of those half brownies, too.
Oh, you did? Did you have that later?
Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, so they had all that beef, they had chicken, and all the sides you'd get with. But like apparently, like avocado is a good thing to ease back in. I'm like, oh, I'll have some guacamole. I had some salad, and then there was something. I go, what's that? And they said, oh, I think that's sweet potatoes. I'm like, oh, that'll be. But so I had like the most mild reintroduction. But so far so good. You're feeling good?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's and the more people you kind of say about it. I had a few people come up to me yesterday that heard us about the fact, like, why'd you do that? I'm like, well, we did it last year. It's actually good when it's with someone else. And I'm with you, Chris. I think you've done like 4 or 5 of these now.
I think that was my third.
Oh, third?
Third or fourth.
Maybe you haven't done 3 days. You've done like 1 or 2, right?
No, that was my fourth.
Okay. I think this was my second full one, I guess, of 3 days. I've done another one, like a 2-dayer. But this was a lot easier this time to me.
Yeah, much easier.
And I don't know.
The hardest one was the first one.
Yes, and I don't know, someone out there that's ever done these or would maybe recommend them or not recommend them would know. But my other friend that was doing this, and she was talking about that she thought the bone broth actually interrupts the fast or breaks the fast. I'm like, really? Because I took bone broth the last time I did it. I had it almost like just to have another taste than water.
She can't add rules to something that she's doing for the first time.
She reads a ton of stuff, so I'm like, is it accurate? I don't know. I believe her. I don't think she's making up what she saw, but I'm like, is that the right information? Anyway, I didn't do any of that this time till the bone broth, and it did taste good. The watermelon was amazing, and here we are. We made it through. We're good.
It was okay.
What, the apple, the watermelon? Why do I keep saying apple? Anyway, so there's that. I also told you yesterday, Chris, that I talked to you yesterday in the afternoon, and you said you were watching The Lion King.
Yeah.
Because your mom was going to go see The Lion King last night.
And she'd never seen The Lion King before.
So it makes sense to see the movie at least.
It was one of those things of just like, I was talking to her and she's like, oh, I'm going to see The Lion King. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. And she's like, yeah, it's weird. I've never seen it before. I'm like, you haven't seen it? How is it possible that you've never? She's like, I don't know. And then I
didn't watch it with you when you were a kid at all?
Here's the thing. I think I realized what it was. I went and saw it. My uncle, aunt took me and my cousin to go see to the drive-ins. And the double feature was Lion King and Mighty Ducks 2. One of the greatest nights of my life. So they came. So it's like, okay, those came out around the same time.
Was that 93?
94. I was given like once a month. I was like, okay, you can have a videotape. So my thinking was that when Lion King came out on VHS, I was probably given a choice of like, okay, you get Mighty Ducks 2 or you could get Lion King. And it's like, okay, I'm taking Mighty Ducks 2, obviously. Because
right.
I saw that probably
100 times.
Like at least one summer.
Yeah.
It was always on. But she never said, it's funny. Like, it's weird because I hadn't seen it probably since I was a kid.
Yeah.
And watched it's like, this is hilarious.
It still holds up.
It does hold up.
It still holds up. So she went to the show last night. Did she enjoy it?
I don't know.
Oh, you haven't heard? Okay.
I haven't talked to her since.
So I was telling you, well, that's weird. I'm actually going to Lion King tonight. At least that was the plan. That was the schedule. So it was a gift from my brother and sister-in-law to my wife and I, and we were actually going without our son, who probably would have loved it too. But anyway, long story short on that, my son had to have a procedure yesterday. Everything's good. It was pretty mild and everything was fine. We were thinking we were running late. We're like, this is going to be a little bit tight. I don't know if we're going to be able to get everything done. I was checking in with him. I said, because he was telling me he was having some issues with the tickets. And I went, I'm not sure what you mean. So what he had done is purchase this, I don't know, back in November or December through StubHub. And sometimes StubHub will say, we'll deliver the tickets. Like they can deliver them even up to the day of the
Deliver?
Or like send them to you.
Oh, gotcha.
So for example, if
I think that is a warning that it says like, hey, you should get this.
You will get them by day of, right? But then that kind of problem is like, what if we were traveling to come in to see this? But anyway, it was earlier in the day when I'm warning him, hey, look, I think we're going to be okay with Jackson's appointment, but just a heads up, I don't know what to do. And he goes, well, I'm just going to let you know. I still don't have the tickets. I'm like, what do you mean? He goes, I was told I was going to have them by today. And for example, if I had Kings tickets and sold them on StubHub and you bought them and I then get an email back saying your tickets have been purchased, like release them basically. And if once I hit the email, then they're gone and you have them. So like, have they not done that step? Like who owned these tickets? And my brother's best thought was like, maybe it was like a big, because there was a bunch of tickets that were not being delivered. He ended up calling StubHub because we're getting late in the afternoon. He's like, I still don't have the tickets. I paid for them.
I'd be freaking out.
Well, so I'm telling him too, I'm like, you know what? It wouldn't be the end of the world for us because it's just been a crazy week. This thing's going a long time. If it just, you need to get your money back for sure. But I mean, if you get the tickets, we'll go. I mean, we're not going to not honor that, but it also wouldn't be bad to just, we've had a couple days here. It wouldn't be bad to just kind of chill tonight. So anyway, they ended up like sending him some sort of link. He checked that link. Then it was, those tickets weren't even there. And long story short on that, he got his tickets back. So we didn't go, which, I mean, he got his money back. Excuse me.
Gotcha. Okay.
But I was starting to think about that. Like, that's the kind of stuff. It doesn't happen all the time, but I've had a couple. Have you ever had like a ticket? I don't know if scam's the right thing, but just, well, yeah, ticket scam or ticket getting burned on tickets that you've purchased.
No. And I was a big like go day of buy him from a scalper guy. There's like one Giants game that my friend and I went to, the Braves, and it's just like, this doesn't look right at all. Like, I think we paid like $20, so it wasn't like that much, but it was like, this doesn't even feel like a ticket. Like, this is weird. Like, I'm not sure about this, but we got through. Like, we went, they scanned our ticket. It was fine. So it's like, okay. But that was about it. Cause it's like, I don't really StubHub. The one I did was, when Conan had his show at the Memorial Auditorium.
I don't remember that.
Oh, yeah. It was like right after the end of the Tonight Show.
Okay.
So it was in between him going to TBS. Like he did like a countrywide tour.
Okay.
And I got them from StubHub, and they sent it like FedEx tickets like immediately, which was cool. Yeah. That's been like my only go through with them.
Yeah.
You know, I haven't had any problems.
We got taken one time.
The one time I went to go see Anthony Jeselnik in Vegas. I was going to Vegas. I was meeting up with a friend there. I went in a day early. I'm like, oh, Anthony Jeselnik's in town. I get the tickets. I get the mail to me. Because that was the one that's just like, hey, you could pay $3 to have a digital ticket or paper ticket for free. So I was like, well, I'm not going to pay for a digital ticket. That's stupid. And then I flew out there without my ticket.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
But it was one of those things you go up there and you're like, hey, I lost my ticket. They're like, fine, happens all the time. And they just write on a piece of paper what your seat number is. There you go.
We got I have two different things on that. One time, Chris, we were up in Seattle for Sac State football. We were playing the Hornets, Stingers up. We're playing the University of Washington, and it was early enough in the calendar year for football, so it must have been a September game, but we were going to go to Safeco to watch the Mariners and I think it was Rangers, Blue Jays. I don't know. No real care about who's playing, but it's like, let's go to the baseball game. It's a Friday night. We're in the city. Let's go. And we got a hookup from someone there that gave us tickets, maybe through Washington University. It's like, yeah, we'll help you out. We'll give you got like 4 tickets that you guys can go. So we got there and we're going through the scanner and they're like, these tickets don't work. We're like, what do you mean? They were given to us. What we didn't realize, it was for tomorrow's game, the Saturday.
Man.
I'm like, well, that doesn't do us any good because and then we told them the story and they actually let us go through because we're like, I mean, we'll buy tickets, I guess, if we have to. We came all the way down here thinking we were going to the game. The person just made a mistake, gave us the wrong day's tickets. But that was one. The other one that I got lucky on, it was the very first time March Madness was here. I want to say it was 94. I was in college, and it was at Arco. And it's kind of the same thing you said. It's like, I'm going to go, but we'll buy. I've never done this before. I've never bought tickets off a scalper. And my dad had done that. I'm like, I'm grown up now. I can do this. I'll figure it out. And so we got there, and it was me, my girlfriend at the time, and then another friend and his girlfriend at the time. And we ran into someone pretty quickly, but they had 2 tickets. And so I'm like, you guys go. I'll find the last 2. So they got tickets. They were legit, and they went in. I go, we'll find you in, and we'll see if we can end up sitting near each other. And now I'm not finding anybody. I'm like, man, what are we going to do? I mean, I guess we can go eat and hang out in the parking lot. I don't know. Like, this stinks. I was sure we'd be able to buy tickets. Ticket office didn't have any. And then finally, like, this random kind of shady, if you could say it, looking car came up. And I'm like, he's like, you looking for tickets? I'm like, absolutely.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. And I'm like, he's like, I got 2 left. I go, oh, great. How much? And it was more than I wanted to pay at the time. And it might have been $40, which, but still, that's a lot.
In today's money, that's $3,000.
Yeah. And so I'm like, okay. And I go, can I see the tickets? He's like, sure. And he was holding them really funny in my mind. Like, I thought, like, he was just kind of like, it was a weird way he was holding them out the car. And I'm like, yeah, I'll do. He's like, you want? And he just kept, so you're going to take them? You want them? And I'm like, yeah, I think so. And I was just about to do it. And like his thumb moved a little bit. And if they had played Thursday, Saturday, or Friday, Sunday, this was the weekend now. And it was for the earlier in the week, and I almost bought. I'm like, hey, these are, and he drove away. I'm like, and then I was just like, my head was down. I'm like, man. And then it was like a sign of fate. Then this couple came walking up. He's like, hey, you looking for tickets? I said, I am. Do you have any? He goes, here. And I go, oh, what do you want? He goes, take them. I go, what? And it was like, a sign from God. Was just given 2 tickets. I thanked him and ended up seeing the guy later and bought him a drink. So, thank you, sir. You may have another.
Now that we're bringing up ticket, now this is jogging my memory. For the Sac Republic championship game, I accidentally gave my ticket away, and I did not have a ticket for the game because I was a season ticket holder at the time, and so they opened up a bunch of new general admission tickets, and I'm like, you know what? I'm a good guy. I'm going to buy, the most you could buy is 10 because like I knew people were already putting tickets on StubHub for like $200. And I'm just like, this isn't right. I'm like, I'll buy as many as I can. I think they're like $20 a piece. And I'm like, I'll sell them face value to the people I know that really want to go to the game. And so like I'm giving them away and stuff like that. And I had them all printed out. And then I go to my friend, it was him and his brother. And I'm like, here's your ticket. Here's your ticket. Uh-oh.
Where's my ticket?
I don't have a ticket. And I'm just like, and it's one of those things I can't like then call up someone and say like, hey, remember how I sold you a ticket? Can I buy it back from you? So my friend, friend with his brother, he's like, all right, he goes, meet me at Cal Expo at like super early. He's like, I think we can get in. And so we basically like went around looking for like an open gate, found one, was like walking, seeing like golf cart security go by, hide behind something.
So you snuck in.
We snuck into the game.
Wow, good for you. And then did you find a seat or?
Well, I was with the supporter section, so you're standing the entire time anyways.
So you just kind of jam in
blended in.
Good for you. All right, well, if you have any ticket fiascos, I mean, ours all ended up working out with Lion King last night, so you'll have to tell me a report, and I don't know, hopefully I'll get to go to that before it ends. All right, let's lead off, Chris. What's that?
Let's do it.
Leading off,
Peter wasn't even expecting
top
it.
stories in the morning.
Huge news. This is very important.
Here's cut number one.
A homestand that started with such great promise, 4 consecutive wins. We had beam lightings galore. Kings fans rejoiced, but it was short-lived, and the Kings have now lost 3 in a row, having lost on back-to-back nights to Miami and now Toronto. Portland broke the 4-game winning streak for Sacramento. Final score ends up being 122-109.
I'm always going to lean towards trusting G-Man. Is it short-lived or short-lived?
I always thought it was short-lived.
I did too. Anyway, the lead was short-lived, short-lived, either one. Yeah, that's the way the last game ended, and now the Kings begin a long, long road trip in Cleveland. You know we're going to talk about that today. One of the many things we are covering. Also, cut number 2.
Cut number 2.
And that should do it. The Seahawks come jogging onto the field. The 49ers' improbable run of an impossible dream comes to an end tonight here at Lumen Field in the NFC divisional round.
Yeah, that's how it ended last week for the Niners, but it's just beginning for the Seahawks. Championship weekend is this weekend. We will break that down, both the NFC and the AFC. Also, we will have one final 49ers chat with a great Greg Papa. He joins us at 9 today. And let's get one more cut number 3.
Cut number 3.
I just talked to him. He said he's going to get an MRI tomorrow. It was both the knee and the ankle. We'll see how bad it is. Such a shame. He was playing great, and that definitely hurt as well. You know, not having him available for the second half.
That is Steve Kerr on Jonathan Kuminga, one of the trade topics that had been out there for a while for the Sacramento Kings. He did get injured last night, left the game. As you heard the coach, he will have an MRI, and when we hear about that, we'll let you know. Does that impact anything with the NBA trade deadline? We will be discussing that and so much more today. 4 down territory. We got Celebrity Pick 6, 3 in the key, who's hot, who's not, 3 for Madness, Friday Fun and Games, Greg Papa. It's a jam-packed show. We're just getting started right here on Sactown Sports.
On the move? Got somewhere to be?
Take Sacramento Kings basketball with you. The Sactown Sports app will let you stay connected to your passion. Never miss a moment of Sacramento Kings basketball with the Sactown Sports app.
Celebrate the new year in style with a new Honda from Stockton Honda. Whether you're shopping new or pre-owned, Stockton Honda has the selection and savings. With new Hondas in stock and ready to go, now is the time to save on your favorite Honda in person or online. CR-V, HR-V, Pilot, Accord, Civic, and Ridgeline. It's a new year with endless possibilities. Get the deals that make it easy to say yes. Upgrade and save today at Stockton Honda.
Anytime, anywhere, it's all here. StocktonHonda.com.
At InShape, we have a place for every kind of mover. The Sometimer, the early riser, the after-work grinder, the yogi, lifter, bodybuilder, walker, runner, swimmer, spinner, stretcher, rower, climber, jumper, dancer, boxer, sauna seeker, recoverer. Basically, if you walk, lift, stretch, or sweat, you belong at InShape. So whether it's your first time or your first time in a while, start the year strong and join today at InShape.com. Find a location nearest to you.
When your check engine light comes on, do you see a repair bill or do you see peace of mind? For 20 years, CarShield's been the name America trusts to help keep you on the road. While other companies stop covering you when your car gets older, CarShield offers protection plans up to 200,000 miles. With over $1 billion in claims paid, we don't just promise protection, we deliver it. Don't let a breakdown break your budget. Get the flexible month-to-month coverage you deserve. Go to carshield.com. That's carshield.com today.
Milo's Pro Rewards members go big during Lowe's Pro Savings Days. Get member volume discounts plus an extra 5% off eligible orders with a quote of $2,000 or more. Plus, buy more and save more with up to 25% off DWV pipes when you spend $250 or more. Lowe's, we help, you save. Valid through 123. Exclusions, more terms and restrictions apply. Can't be combined with any contract or special pricing. Loyalty program subject to terms and conditions. Visit the Pro Desk or Lowe's.com/terms for more details. Subject to change.
This is the story of the one. As an HVAC technician, he and his digital multimeter are in high demand. So when a noisy office HVAC turns out to be a failing blower motor, he doesn't break a sweat. With Grainger's easy-to-use website and product information, he selects the product he needs to keep everything humming right along. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group. Did you buy a timeshare because they told you it was a great investment? That's a lie. Most timeshares can be bought online for $1. To find out what your timeshare is worth and to cancel it, call us today and we'll send you our timeshare exit kit free with all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley for your free exit info guide. 800-771-1300. That's 800-771-1300.
Guys, low energy, low drive, or strength not what it used to be? For many men, it's low testosterone. At Revive Men's Health Sacramento, start with a free T-check, exam, and consultation to get real answers. And this month only, qualified patients may receive 25% off testosterone replacement therapy. Call 916-619-3000 or visit ReviveMen'sHealth.com. Terms apply. Must medically qualify.
What's going on? We're talking to Chad Hoblet of Hoblet Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, Ram in Woodland. What's happening, Chad, for the Start Something New sales event?
There's no better way to start the year than in a new 2026 Ram 1500 Crew Cab. And right now you can save up to $14,000 off MSRP or save thousands with 0% financing for 60 months and still get the $7,000 Hoblet discount.
Wow. I love that you still have 0% financing available and that you still get the Hoblet discount.
That's why Hoblet has won dozens of customer service awards. And as a fifth-generation dealer, when you buy from Hoblet, you become part of the family. You will not find a better combination of savings and selection with over 400 new Rams available.
Search, select, and save through the whole inventory at HobletDodge.com. Unbeatable prices, unbeatable selection. Nobody beats Hoblet, period.
14,000 total net savings on select new 2026 Ram 1500 Laramie after 7,000 factory rebates and 7,000 dealer discounts. Rebates include 2,000 select inventory cash on select inventory, 1,000 SFS bonus cash, must finance through Stellantis, and 500 on the job upfit, must show eligible upfit. 5 is net savings, see dealer for details.
Capital Casino, conveniently located on 411th North 16th Street in downtown Sacramento.
Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
Call or text at 916-339-1140.
On Sactown Sports.
Hey, guess who's here on the chat? It's Carmichael Dave. There he is. Wonder what games he played, what movies he didn't watch.
I think he might be worried because I gave him a breakfast suggestion in the UK.
Well, didn't he just get there?
Yeah.
Okay.
But it's like, I was like, hey, if you happen to be there, try this place out. So I think he might be just checking to see, like, I told Dave about this spot. It's so gross. What an idiot.
Because he doesn't trust you?
Yeah, but it is a good spot. That's
Were you trying to trick him, or is this?
No, this is legitimate. So the last time I went to Manchester, they have a couple there, and my friend found it. And it's one of those spots, when you go on vacation somewhere, you want to just go to as many different places as you can. Yeah. We went there for breakfast the first day, and then the next day it's like, okay, where should we go eat? And it's like, I don't think we're going to find a better place than that. We just got to go back.
That's the thing too. I say this about what's your rule of thumb on that? If you go to a place again, so I guess my example would be in Sac State football. We travel a decent amount to the same. Well, when we were in the Big Sky, to the same cities all the time. But if we found a great restaurant, it's like, ooh, we got to go back to Chris's Palace or whatever. And you go, well, we want to try something else? It's like, well, it was really good. Like, I'm okay with going back to the same place. Is that, like, especially if you're going back on that trip. Now, you don't have to go there 4 times on the trip, but if you're there for a couple days, you're like, well, we at least have to go there because we know that's a great place.
Like, that was literally the only place that we went to more than once. But my friend, he's like one of those guys that like does like when you're going someplace like weeks before, he's checking out different reviews and stuff like that. Oh, this would be a good place. So it's like I put complete trust in him because like every place that he picked was like, this is incredible. We found some like weird arcade bar that was like cool. Open at 3:00 in the morning. We went to one place. I don't know how he found it. We went to one place where it was like a club in front, but you go in the back and there was like 10 ping pong tables that you can that people are just playing at like 3:00 in the morning.
Oh wow. Dave just sent us a text, Chris. What is this from? Can you make that out? So he's got coffee.
Currently on the side of the M1. That's one of the freeways there, or highways, or whatever you want to.
Yeah, because he's obviously chiming in on the. He did say, he watched Lord of the Rings and slept. I do not trust him, meaning you, but yes, I've heard of it.
I know you like Harry Potter.
Was it Federal that you said?
Yes, Federal
for breakfast?
Cafe.
Yeah.
That's the place. Remember when I used to get hot sauce shipped to me?
Yeah.
But now I can't because Terrace makes it like $100 a bottle. But I went there, and that's where I first tried it. And what was crazy was, so we came back, and I tried to find it. I tried to create it. And the way I was able to find this hot sauce, I went on the cafe's Instagram, just started scouring the pictures and found like food there, zoomed in on where all the condiments are and found the hot sauce bottle.
Oh my gosh. Like for example, I'm thinking about you have a trip next week, right? You're going to Tahoe for a few days?
Yeah.
How much of that is pre-planned of what you're doing? Like I always curious about people's trips. Like, are vacations planned for people, or like a vacation's supposed to be a little bit relaxing, but sometimes like, man, people's vacations were just work. Like, do you know how much of things you're doing, or is it like, we're going here, we're here for a few amount of days, we want to get to this, we want to get to that, other than that, we'll see what happens.
I think it's just like chill in the cabin.
See, that's perfect.
Thing. Yeah.
But like, no, hey, we're going to eat here this night, or just
no. Like it's not actually in Tahoe. It's probably about like 20 minutes outside.
Oh.
So it's kind of secluded.
Okay. And who told you about, you said yesterday on the show about the casinos charging for parking?
Oh, my mom, she went there like a few months ago. And I was like, oh yeah, I'm going to be going up to Tahoe. She's like, oh, if you go to the casino, it's like $20 a park. And it's one of those things like, okay, like, I don't know how you got scammed, but they're not charging for parking. And I looked it up. It's like, whoa. But it's one of those things, it's not like per hour. It's like, if you go there, you have to park for the day.
But I wonder, there's got to be a workaround somewhere around. Like, I know that
if you stay at the hotel, it's just
really?
Yeah.
Now I know there's some. Well, I'm trying to think. This is South Shore, right? South Lake Tahoe.
Yeah.
I know there's some of those other shops and restaurants along the way, but I wonder if you can. I don't know. But I mean, casinos, they basically just want you in. They'll like do whatever they can to lure you in because you're going to spend money in there.
Man, from the last time I went to a casino and seeing the table limits, it seems like they don't want people to come.
I went to Tahoe in college. This is going to be back in my there was a casino that's not there anymore. I don't know what it turned into. It might be, I don't know if it's, what is Caesars now, like Mont Bleu or something?
I think so. Which might be something that might be Hard Rock.
Okay.
I don't listen to me because I haven't been to Tahoe.
It's been a long time for me. But it was, I think even next to that, it was a casino called Bill's that we used to go to because Bill's had dollar tables.
I remember that as a kid.
Yeah, and it was like dollar tables. And, in college, that's where you'd literally go, all right, I've got $20. How long can I make this last? And you're thinking, no way. Like now, $20, you're not even finding a table for 20. A slot machine that's going to go in seconds. Well, if you had a dollar table, in theory, you had 20 hands. You had some time to work. And obviously, you just scratched and clawed to find $20. Just a different time and a different element. But yeah, casinos, come on. Let us in for free. And then, we know you're going to overcharge us in there. That's the case. What do we have here? Hi, welcome in.
I know it's going to be baseball, but then you guys were just talking, so I got jealous. So,
this is Dave.
To do right now. Hi, how are you?
Hi, Dave.
Hi, how are you?
How was the shower?
Regular listener, Dave, calling from Carmichael.
Yeah. I miss you guys already. Yeah, I'm just in a parking lot on the side of the M1's the big highway between London and Leeds where I stay. So I got some time to kill here while my friends are going into the Burger King, which is a Burger King, but yet not a Burger King.
You know what I heard you say? The M1. Huh. Huh.
Yeah, well,
Dave loves LA.
Hey,
Dave loves LA. Dave loves it.
The
80.
What would that be? Out here, LA is Lancashire adjacent. So I guess you're half. Oh, by the way, we didn't even talk about this. So should we be running promos that a trade is imminent?
What do we have?
I'm just saying, I'm gone. A trade's going to happen.
Oh, he's right.
Yeah.
It's going to be a big one, too.
Yeah, it is. There is 100% going to be a trade that's going to happen in the next few days. We know this.
Okay, is this the same, though? Because a lot of times it's you're gone. Like, you're just gone today. Like, you're gone next week from the building, but you're going to be working.
That's true. So, well, then that means that sometime between now and Monday, there will be a trade.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's exciting. What should we go with?
Okay, so just to not freak anybody out, let's be clear. Unless you guys are different, I have no idea. I'm going to guess, but it is the same guess anybody listening would make. There's no inside info. I have no hints or anything. But I'm trying to think odds. I'm going to say Keon Ellis.
Okay.
I don't know for who or what or where, but wouldn't you say, if I told you a trade was going to happen in the next 3 days and $250,000 bag again, right? The same bet. Who are you picking that's getting traded?
That seems to be the safest one. I think you're right.
Yeah.
Keon
and a first rounder, future first, top 10 protected for Giannis Antetokounmpo. That's my prediction.
Who says no? Not me, GM Dave.
I'm fine with it.
Yeah. So, how was the shower?
Wait, if that were to happen, let's say today, our time at 10:30, how upset would you be?
You mean during Matt and Kayla?
Yeah.
I would be livid. I would be, honestly, here's how mad I would be. I would be so mad that I would find a way the next time we talk to Scott Perry, either on or off the air, to fit it into some passive aggressive guilt thing. I promise I would be like, oh, and by the way, I know next time you do a trade, could you please do it before 10 a.m. Pacific? Could you do that, please? And then he'd laugh and I'd laugh too, but I wouldn't laugh as loud as he would laugh.
It would be that uncomfortable. I don't like that.
Right. He'd be laughing and I'd laugh with him, but on the inside, I'd be like, I'm not really joking.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Dave, you left your snack mix in here. Is it okay if it's if we consume it instead of Kyle?
Okay. Did I leave the big freezer bag of it, or did I leave the bowl with the jar with the lid on it?
The little jar with the lid on it.
With only one lid.
Yeah, that's my special self-made, sodium-free, everything in there's healthy, and then it's almost 100% chocolate, dark chocolate chips. That's my blood pressure trail mix. So have it, but it's probably not going to be that great.
It's Pretty good.
I mean, judge it. I got cashews. I got sunflower seeds. I got almonds. I got walnuts.
Only complaint?
Raisins.
A little too many raisins.
Raisins?
I can handle a few, but like it's overpowering.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought I left the raisin ratio low, and honestly, they're like fresh raisins. There's not like a raisin bomb, Guys, listen though, we are late for a break.
Yes,
that was baseball talk, and the bosses are getting on me. Like in the meeting yesterday when I got annihilated by everybody. I don't know if you spoke about that or not, but yesterday was Give Dave Crap Day, starting with Doug Christie. So how about when we get back, we talk about last night in the NBA and maybe go over the results from around the league?
That's an excellent tease, Dave.
Miss you guys. Have a great show.
All right. Thank you. That's
all right. Take care.
Carmichael Dave checking in from the side of M1. I said the M1. All right. When we come back, yes, Dave said it. Last night in the NBA, the impact of the injury to Jonathan Kuminga. Will there be any impact on that? But he is out. Going to have an MRI today. We'll talk about that next.
The 10th Annual Sacramento Sports Hall of Fame celebration is Thursday, February 5th at the Golden One Center. Inducting the class of 2026, plus honoring all of our past inductees. See Sacramento's 50 greatest athletes of all time.
This is Bill Cartwright.
This is Jerry Royster.
This is Tony the Tiger Lopez.
This is Dusty Baker, proud member of the Sacramento Sports Hall of Fame. Join us Thursday, February the 5th at the Golden One Center for Sacramento's best sports night of the year.
Get your tickets now at SacSportsHOF.com.
Right now at Elk Grove Honda, you can lease a 2025 Accord Hybrid Sports Sedan for only $39.99 down, including first payment due at lease inception, excluding tax and license. 35 monthly payments of $299 plus tax, license, and zero security deposit on approved credit. Mileage in excess of 10,000 per year at 20 cents per mile. It really is the lease you can do. We're Elk Grove Honda in the Elk Grove Auto Mall, Highway 99 and Elk Grove Boulevard, or on the web at elkgrovehonda.com.
I gotta get an Elk Grove Honda.
Get as loud as you can for Monster Jam!
The one and only Monster Jam. Packed with stunts, smiles, and jaw-dropping skills. See the world's best drivers tear up the dirt in your favorite Monster Jam trucks. Like Gravedigger, El Toro Loco, Megalodon, and more. Only at Monster Jam. Coming to Golden One Center this Friday through Sunday. Brought to you by BKT Tires. Savings available on select opening night tickets.
Hey, this is Greg Papa. Are you working through a major insurance claim? SunPoint Public Adjusters can help. SunPoint prepares, presents, and negotiates your claim with the insurance company, working only for you, making sure you get everything you're entitled to, not what just some adjuster working for an insurance company thinks you should get. Call SunPoint today at 888-247-7865 or contact us at sunpoint.us. SunPoint Public Adjusters, the gold standard in public adjusting.
License number 2N14884.
When value matters, Elk Grove Chevrolet delivers. Right now, purchase a 2026 Chevrolet Silverado for $4,500 off. The Silverado 1500 stands out with legendary towing power, a bold new design, and the dependability you expect from Chevy. Visit myelkgrovechevrolet.com for full details. Don't miss your chance to drive the new Chevrolet Silverado. Stop by Elk Grove Chevrolet today and experience quality that goes the distance.
Waking you up with the best in local sports.
They just make it interesting, you know?
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross
on Sactown Sports.
All right, a couple more reactions to some of the things we've been talking about. We're going to go over last night in the NBA. We got this one, Chris, on our text line, 916-339-1140. My wife and I flew to London to watch a Tottenham and versus Crystal Palace game, which happened the day before we landed. We miscalculated the day of the game and the time change. LOL. That's from Matt.
Oh, that's awful. Man. That's so that trip that I went on, we went to United City, the Derby at Manchester City. Then we flew out to Croatia, saw City play in Zagreb. Then we came back to London and saw City play Arsenal. And if they're like bigger matchups, they will change. Like when the schedule comes out, it immediately all 7 o'clock start or 7 o'clock our time, just like all those. And then like once a month they'll change. They'll like, hey, this has been moved to Sunday. This has been moved to Monday type of thing. So I knew then that like, oh, it's probably going to get changed to like Sunday. I'm like, hopefully not Monday. So we flew out Monday. One of our buddies that was on the trip that we met out there, he's like, I thought the game would be Saturday. He's like, I flew back.
Oh man.
He's like, hopefully I can watch it on the plane.
Oh man. Let's see, somewhere else here on our chat. I hear you, Chris. I went to the same restaurant 3 times in Catalina. They had an award-winning poblano fish burrito, and I ate it every day I was there. Couldn't help myself. That's from Eric.
That sounds bomb.
Yeah. Hey, if you like it, you like it. Keep going. Nothing wrong with that. Go back and enjoy. Last night.
So what? Who cares?
Yeah. Hey, live a little, right? Last night in the NBA, we mentioned this earlier about Jonathan Kuminga and the Golden State Warriors. I think we were all kind of interested to see how the Warriors were going to handle this because they had not been playing Jonathan Kuminga. He had, I think, 9 consecutive DNPs, and Jimmy Butler got hurt, which is really unfortunate, the season-ending ACL injury. And so with Jimmy Butler out, were they actually going to go to Jonathan Kuminga? And that was the question. Like, nobody really believed that would happen, and it did. They played him the first night. I think I remember saying it on the Kings halftime, like, oh, Jonathan Kuminga's playing. He has 0 points at the half, but then had like 20 in the second half and was very effective. Yesterday, he was playing pretty well too. Again, coming off the bench, and had played just 9 minutes. His stat line, 3 for 3. Made all his free throws, had 2 assists, 1 rebound, 2 steals. He was a plus 18 when he was on the floor for the Warriors, and he had 10 points. Unfortunately, he then got hurt, and his injury did not look good at the time, rolled his ankle, and looked like he did some damage, or hurt his knee. I shouldn't say damage, but hurt his knee on the same play. And here was Steve Kerr after the game.
I just talked to him. He said he's going to get an MRI tomorrow. It was both the knee and the ankle. We'll see how bad it is. Such a shame. He was playing great. And that definitely hurt as well, not having him available for the second half.
So the question I have for the collective you, all of you out there, does any of that scare you off of Jonathan Kuminga? If you wanted Jonathan Kuminga, I'm in the camp. I was intrigued. I would be. I think this Kings team needs certainly to become younger. That would check that box. They need to become more athletic. That would help check that box. That maybe could put some people into more of their natural positions. Obviously, any kind of trade or acquisition of Jonathan Kuminga, to me, would be, what are you giving up? And by all accounts, the Kings were very interested, and multiple sources can confirm that, in the summer, and nearly could have signed him on his own. But he wanted a little bit more money, understandable, and he could get more with the Warriors at the time. But, sorry, another sneeze. But would this be a situation now that you have reservations about doing this? Now, what's interesting, last night when this happened, then you see social media and a lot of people commenting on Jonathan Kuminga getting injured. And first and foremost, nobody's rooting for that. I don't enjoy that. I don't want to see that. I don't want to see anybody have any time off the floor if they don't have to have it happen. But the people that cover the Warriors on a fairly regular basis kind of talk about the underlying thought here that Jonathan Kuminga seems like has been mistreated by the Golden State Warriors as far as his playing time. I mean, who knows the true story? Does Steve Kerr not like him? And that's every coach's right to, like, hey, look, it's just not in our best interest. And what are the reasons for that? Does he not run their offense as well as he would like? Does he not fit into their scheme? Whatever it is. But they did sign him. They still have him. They elected not to play him. Now they need him. They're playing him. And you're trying to find the most you can from him. And in this case, when you look at him, he has been, in the games he's played, he's got these little nicks and knacks and injuries that have happened. So, in general, that would not scare me off of trying to acquire Jonathan Kuminga. I mean, this specific injury, no. Because he rolled his ankle. We'll find out about the MRI today. But if you have interest in him and you think he could be a big part of the piece of the puzzle going forward, or a part, maybe not the big part, then you do it. But I do wonder about even the smaller injuries, the number of times it's happened. It raises a little bit of a flag for me, but wouldn't deter me. It wouldn't stop me. I don't know if you've got those thoughts. If you think you'd be more reserved to do it, I wouldn't be. If I'm Scott Perry and I want Jonathan Kuminga, which he seemed like he did before, if the deal is right, go for it. Go for it. That wouldn't stop me at all from that. By the way, last night in the game, the Warriors were leading after the first quarter. Had a great third quarter, and then catapulted Kings in the fourth, fell off the cliff, and lost to the Dallas Mavericks. So you look at some of the other games last night, and the Warriors now also, I feel like they're in a spot where they kind of got to go. They kind of got to go for it here because you've still got Steph playing at an amazing level. You still have Draymond. You still have Coach Kerr. Like, this is a winning organization that is not just trying to get to the playoffs. They're trying to win a championship. It doesn't look like they can to me. I don't think so. Even with Jimmy Butler, I had my doubts. But I don't know what they can do. I feel like they're really hamstrung in trying to make some of these trades to really make them more of a championship team. I don't know what they're going to end up doing now that we're less than 2 weeks away from the trade deadline. Rockets lost in overtime to the Sixers. The Nuggets won again without the Joker, but they did play the Wizards. That was a good road win for them. The Bulls surprised the Timberwolves in Minnesota. Spurs got the Jazz. Clippers defeated the Lakers. And the Blazers now got another win. And, I know we're not in this moment now, but if we go back to last week when the Kings had won 4 in a row and there was a lot of people talking about, are they winning too much? I'm a little nervous. They've won too much. What is this going to do? They're only this far out of the play-in. Guys, they're really far out of the play-in. They really are. Right now, as we speak, they are 8.5 games out of the play-in. And for some of you, that doesn't seem like a lot. That's a ton. And especially when you have to leapfrog 3 teams. And keep in mind, the team that is currently in that last spot are the Clippers that are playing so much better basketball. And the Blazers now are above 500, and they're the 9th seed. So if we just pretend the world that the 10th seed might be 42 wins, 41 wins, I mean, the Kings could only lose 8 more games. Anybody think that's happening? I would love for that to happen. I just don't think that's happening. So I wouldn't worry about that. I would worry about what this team is trying to do over the next 2 weeks on a constant game-to-game basis, but more so from the front office, how they're trying to change and transform the team. We're going to talk more about that, including coming up in 3 for Madness. What is the best case and worst case scenario for these Sacramento Kings for the rest of the season? We've got that question and more. That is straight ahead right here on Sactown Sports.
You never know what you might hear when listening to a Sacramento Kings game.
Out of Keegan, going for another triple. Man, is he feeling it. Keegan, can he do it? Yes, there's number 11, Keegan Murray. Keegan steps back. He just knocked down his 12th three-pointer, a Kings franchise record. He's got 45 points.
Never miss a moment of Sacramento Kings basketball with Sactown Sports and the Sactown Sports app.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Grainger. Grainger offers a broad range of quality products and next-day delivery, so he can always play it safe. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Sacramento weather is brought to you by Elk Grove Honda.
I'm meteorologist Ophelia Young from the KCRA3 Weather Center on this Friday morning. Enjoy this pleasant day as temperatures work towards a high in the mid to upper 50s with light winds under sunny skies. Get the latest forecast on the KCRA3 News and the KCRA3 app.
At Elk Grove Honda, you can drive a 2025 Accord Hybrid Sport and enjoy a tradition begun with the first Accord in 1976. Ask about the least you can do. We're Elk Grove Honda in the Elk Grove Auto Mall, Highway 99 at Elk Grove Boulevard.
I gotta get an Elk Grove Honda.
There are many reasons to choose Gonzalez Law Offices as a dedicated trial lawyer with an undefeated record from 2016 through 2019, and you'll know that no case is too big or too small. Due to his success, hard work, and commitment to excellence, attorney Jonathan Gonzalez has been listed in Super Lawyers Rising Stars, as well as in the top 40 under 40 list by national trial lawyers. You can find Gonzalez Law Office online at saclegaldefense.com or call him at 916-304-9187.
Growing your business? It's all about having the right team on the court. At Bank of Marin, we partner with businesses in the greater Sacramento area, delivering personalized service and local expertise to help you make a slam dunk. Whether it's customized lending or solutions to keep your business growing, you'll benefit from local decision making, expanding, acquiring additional assets, or building a lasting banking relationship. We're ready for tip-off. Bank of Marin, your local business bank. Visit us at bankofmarin.com. Member FDIC.
Between all the holiday parties,
weekend tailgates,
and family get-togethers,
we've been overindulging a little more than usual over the holidays. But now, we are starting the new year off on a healthier note by taking Active Liver supplements from New Nordic every day.
Active Liver contains a powerful blend of turmeric, milk thistle, and globe artichoke extract, all natural ingredients that help protect the liver so that it can protect you from toxins. It's like giving my body a daily detox. I've never felt better, and my energy is through the roof.
And my doctor is already impressed with how much better my numbers are looking. So if better health, more energy, and detoxing your body are some of your priorities this year, get Active Liver today and start the year off knowing you're giving your liver some well-deserved relief.
Active Liver is available online at Amazon or NewNordicUSA.com. Or pick some up today at your local CVS, ShopRite, Meijer Grocery. Are now available at Wegmans. New year, new you, New Nordic.
Never have I ever called my sister from the finish line of my first marathon.
Hello?
You won't believe where I am.
Are you running?
Mile 26. I'm gonna make it.
Switch to T-Mobile's 55 Plus plan and get iPhone 16e with its advanced camera system on us. Plus, 2 lines for just $30 a line.
Guys, I can't believe it.
I knew you could do it, babe.
That was amazing.
Mom, how do you feel?
I feel great. I can't feel my feet. Let's take a picture, and then you may carry me to the car.
Share every stride, every mile, every memory on America's best network. Switch to T-Mobile's 55 Plus plan and get iPhone 16e on us and 2 lines for just $30 a line.
With 24 monthly bill credits and 2 eligible port-ins on Essentials 55 Plus for well-qualified customers with autopay plus taxes, fees, and $35 device connection charge. Credits end and balance due if you pay off early or cancel. Contact us. Finance agreement 128 gigabytes, $599.99 required. Best mobile network in the U.S. based on analysis by Ookla of Speed Test Intelligence Data 1H 2025. Visit T-Mobile.com.
This is the story of the one. As an HVAC technician, he and his digital multimeter are in high demand. So when a noisy office HVAC turns out to be a failing blower motor, he doesn't break a sweat. With Grainger's easy-to-use website and product information, he selects the product he needs to keep everything humming right along. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
It's a new year, and Aleve is here to help you keep your New Year's resolutions on track. Whether it's a daily walk, hitting the gym, or spending more time with friends and family, Aleve's got your back. With up to 12 hours of body pain relief per dose, Aleve keeps you moving with long-lasting body pain relief so you can chase those dreams and achieve your goals. Don't let body pain slow you down. Keep going with Aleve, because this year is your year. Try Aleve. Use as directed for minor aches and pains.
Capital Casino, conveniently located on 411th North 16th Street in downtown Sacramento.
KHD1 Sacramento, KYMX HD3 Sacramento.
From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios.
Sactown Sports 1140.
3 questions, 3 answers. It's 3 for Madness on the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
Here's question 1.
All right, it is 3 for Madness time as we start the second hour of the show. Welcome in, Jason Ross, Christopher Laud. We've already heard from Carmichael Dave. He'll be back with us on Monday. We got a jam-packed show still to come, including at 9 o'clock. We're 2 hours away from visiting with the voice of the 49ers, Greg Papa, kind of do an end-of-the-season interview with him, check in on his own health status, and then look ahead. What's next for the San Francisco 49ers? Unfortunately, they are not a part of the championship weekend. It will be Rams and Seahawks, and then Patriots on Broncos. We have gross. We have previews of those coming up later this hour. Also, our Celebrity Pick 6 Survivor tournament continues with Christopher Laud.
As a neutral in football, these are like, I guess the only way it could have been worse is if the Chiefs took the place of the Broncos. But I literally don't like any of these teams.
So if you had to now,
I guess Broncos, but
hand pick Broncos, what, Rams?
I don't even like that.
You have to do it, Chris. What would you do?
Man. Yeah. I guess. Like, I'm not going to be happy about the Super Bowl.
Either way.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah. Because, like, if it's Pats and Seahawks, it's just like then I'm like, okay, I'm rooting for the Patriots now. You have me, NFL, you have me rooting for the Patriots.
Well, it's a different Patriots team. Does that make any difference or no? It's not Belichick. It's not Brady.
I'm thinking more of the fans.
Yeah. Yeah, in this group, I don't know. I don't know if they're any worse. They can't be better. I don't think they could be better. All right, we will preview that coming up. Do want to remind everybody, too, I know I'm sure probably coming from your area today, Chris, how was the fog really bad?
It wasn't as bad as last weekend, but
really?
It was pretty bad, yeah.
Okay.
Last weekend was kind of scary because I was going to go watch the City game in Midtown at 4:30 in the morning, and I was going 15.
Yeah, we were down in that was last week. Yeah, we were down in Elk Grove last weekend for that crab feed, and we're coming back. I'm like, man, it was thick. And today had the same thing. And usually for my drive here,
the fog was Allen.
The what?
The fog was Allen.
It was, and it's not generally as bad from my house to here, I would say, but it was pretty bad today. And it was to the point like I see these headlights, coming up from behind me. I'm like, man, whoever this is coming in really fast, and then just blew right past me. I'm like, good, go, I'll follow you. I didn't have anybody in front of me, and I'd rather see some lights in front of me. Like, what's this joker doing? But he led my path after that. Anyway, be safe out there. I know it'll burn off eventually, but when I say burn off or dissipate a little bit, so just be careful out there this morning. All
Thanks,
right,
Dirk.
What's that?
Thanks, Dirk.
Yeah, that's right. 3 for Madness. Question number 1.
What is the best case and worst case for the Sacramento Kings for the rest of the season?
Well, I think if we go to the best case, I really, and I think a lot of people would really like to see them make trades. I would. I think it's a necessity for this team. I know what Scott Perry has said, what he told us when he was on with Dave and I. I think they would like to get younger, more athletic, a little bit more cap freedom, let's say, to be able to do some moves in the future, and certainly some future draft assets. I think all those things would benefit this team in their current status. So that, I would say, but that is not even the best case scenario for me, because with all that being said about probably the need for a trade, it's going to be difficult to make a trade. And it's not for a lack of trying. It's, if the Kings don't make a move, it won't be like, wow, they didn't even try. Of course they're trying. I think we're experiencing a time currently in the NBA where it's just presently very difficult. Doesn't mean it can't happen. I would hate for them to settle. I don't think you do it just to do it. And if you certainly get the right deal, go, pull the trigger. I don't think there's any hesitancy on that. It's got to feel like the right deal. So kind of with that as a backdrop, knowing that in my mind, they need to do those things, but you can't be forced on it. If we're going best case scenario, to me, the best case scenario is whenever the season ends, no matter what their record is, no matter where they fall in line in the worst record to 10th worst record, the best case scenario is to win the lottery. It's to win it. And for some, and I know Dave's a proponent of this, a few others are like, lose the most amount of games possible to increase your chances. I don't like that theory. I don't. I understand it. I get what people are trying to achieve there. It's just not, it's not foolproof. There's not an example where you say it works every time. This is how you have to do it. Now, that being said, if they do have the worst record, I'm still back to my same platform, win the lottery. If they have the 5th worst record, win the lottery. 8th worst, 2nd worst, whatever it is. I think there's a couple of reasons behind that. One, the most important one is you now control the next draft. there's some pretty good players in this draft, whether you want Devonsta, whether you want Peterson, whether you want Wilson, whether you want Boozer, whatever. And maybe the things will even change as we go along. The fact is, if there's someone that starts to separate themselves or two, and you are at the top, you control the draft. And so, one, also, if you see the last envelope unveiled and it's the Kings, you feel like you've won something on a down year, no matter where they finish. You feel like things are on the upswing. You will draft somebody that most people would be excited about if you stay at 1, if you don't trade it. And then you're still back in the same spot. Like, that player has to work. They have to have drafted them right. They've got to develop. They got to stay healthy. They got to keep growing. They got to be the guy that you think, hey, and what's deemed to be a good draft, someone that could be your franchise type player. Now, keep in mind, a lot of times you get in the lottery, you spend some time there. The Kings know this. We know this as Kings fans. Other teams know this. Charlotte, 10 years in a row they've been in the lottery? The Wizards. I mean, there's people that it's rarer to get there 1 year and bounce out than it is to, oh, man, we had a 21-win season, and next year it's 58. Well, that's very, very, very rare. So if we're going best case scenario, to me, that is at the end of all of this, somehow, some way, the Sacramento Kings win the lottery. I think that is the best thing that can happen, more so than a trade, even though I want that. I think they need that. I think that would be, to me, the best case scenario. But if you could sprinkle in a trade or two or a couple to revamp this roster as it is, then that's what that's what I'd like to see. The worst case scenario, I think, would be the opposite of what I said. Obviously, the Kings, it doesn't really matter where they finish. If they finish first, if they finish fifth, if they finish ninth, and this is the worst record, and they go backwards. They don't move up in the lottery. So you have the worst record. That's painful. You're laughed out of the league, whatever. You can deal with it for 1 year, and you move back to 5 or 4. That's rough. Now, you still get a good player. Still have to, hopefully, maybe you get the best player in the draft. All the things that I said before, you still try to achieve, but now you feel like you lost, and you lost. The other part of that is I really don't know what it'll look like 2 weeks from today. Yeah, is the day after the trade deadline. The Kings are going to have a game on that day. Let me double check who that is. And they're back from the road trip. I know Memphis is the day before the trade deadline. But the day after the trade deadline, the Sacramento Kings are going to be in action, also at home, and they play the Clippers. So if we get to that game, the Clipper game, and at that point there's going to be about 30, low 30s games left in the season. So still a good chunk of the season, but more than halfway done. If the Sacramento Kings do not make a trade, I don't know how that's going to go. I don't know how that's going to look. I mean, right now, they're playing more veterans than younger players, even though I think for the most part, they're playing. I mean, we're seeing Reynaud. We're seeing Clifford. We're seeing Cardwell. If Keon is still here, if Carter is still here, those would be two other younger players that feel like they should be looked at some more to me. How do you look at them when you still have Schroeder? When you still have Westbrook, when you still have DeRozan, when you still have Levine, when you still have Sabonis, Keegan will be back. Like, I just, to me, that ends up kind of being the worst case scenario for this current roster, because then it's, hey, Zach's still here. He's your highest paid. When Sabonis is still here, they're your highest paid guys. Are we good with playing them 15 minutes a game? Are they okay with that? How does that look? Do we shut them down? Can you shut them down? Do you keep starting them? I mean, these are all things that the powers that be have to discuss. And I think if you can make a trade, it alleviates all these issues. But, and I say a trade, I mean, if you move Keon Ellis, you haven't really alleviated these issues. But if you moved one of the veterans that's making, and we're really talking about Monk, no, excuse me, I could include Monk, but really DeRozan, Sabonis, or Levine. The guys that start generally, the guys that are making good money, the guys that are good players that could help another team, that if you can't move, because as Sam told us yesterday, most teams right now are not looking to take on more money. And all of them, even if it's DeRozan who has a partial guarantee next year, they all have money into next year, which might make it extremely difficult. Besides other reasons, the amount of money that's on their ticket here to move. So if I'm going best case, best case, win the lottery, figure out how many ever games you win. I mean, I'm less concerned with the amount of wins the Kings have the rest of the year than I think a lot of people are. I get wanting to increase their chances, but the chances aren't very good. We've done the lottery percentages before. It's not great. It's really not. If it were better, I would say that kind of idea made more sense, but not a fan of that idea. I know being at games, watching that 4-game winning streak, that was fun. It was fun. I was not in any way, shape, or form ever depressed about that. I wasn't, because I didn't think, oh man, this team's going to run off 9 in a row. I didn't. Now they might have, and if they did, then you reevaluate, but they didn't. They won the first 4, now they lost the last 3. 4-3 homestands, fine. It's not blowing anyone away. And again, if we revisit the standings, as I said earlier, Kings currently in 14th in the West. 2.5 games of New Orleans, so they're a little bit ahead of them, but they're 3 back of Utah. So it's going to take some winning there to catch even the spot above them. And then if you do the overall league, I think the Kings are still, 4th worst? Yeah, 4th worst at the moment. A game and a half behind Brooklyn. 1 game ahead of Washington. 2 games ahead of Indiana, and 2.5 ahead of New Orleans. So going in today, the Sacramento Kings would be the 4th worst record. So from that spot, go win the lottery. Go win the lottery. Now you can go back. You can, and that to me is back in the worst case scenario. All right, let's get to question number 2.
Question 2.
The what NBA trade would you like to see happen before the deadline?
Well, this is going to be a little counterintuitive to what I say a lot on the show. I know we are 100% in a ring culture. Like everything we talk about with the Kings is why you're doing this to improve your chances is to try to get to become a championship caliber team and try to win a championship. This team really has only had one window of that in their time in 41 years in Sacramento. One window. And I would say it was about a 2 to 3 year window, which was good. They made the playoffs 8 straight years. But there were about 2 to 3 of those where it felt like, yeah, they are good enough to be an NBA champion. That's it. It's the only time. You still strive for that. You want that. But, I mean, that means 29 other teams failed or didn't do this right. And I think that's part of where you are as an organization. Like, I wouldn't say Brooklyn or Sacramento failed this year in that, because there are 0 expectations for the Wizards, the Kings, the Nets, the Jazz, the Hornets, the Pelicans, the teams at the bottom. Now, the Warriors, I didn't think they could win a championship, but when you've won 4 in the last 10 years or so, you are thinking about a championship, and you still have the greatest Warrior that's ever played in Steph Curry. You're thinking about winning a championship. If you are the Lakers, yeah, they haven't won in a while, but you have added Luka, you have LeBron, you are thinking about winning a championship. Houston traded for Kevin Durant to try to win a championship. Oklahoma City Thunder is trying to repeat as champions. We have a lot of teams. The Knicks fired Tom Thibodeau and hired Mike Brown to think, hey, Tibbs couldn't get us over the top. Mike Brown needs to get us to win a championship. So we have the ring culture. And with that being said, I'm down on that. I wish we didn't have that. It bothers me that that's kind of how almost all of our measurements end up landing. It's like, well, you didn't win a championship, it's a failure. Or this guy won this many, that's why he's the best player. I think there's more nuance to all of this. But as I'm getting around to all of that, explaining the backdrop for the question that Chris asked of what NBA trade would you like to see happen before the trade deadline, normally all my instincts would tell me I don't want to see Giannis traded, because I like it when a player goes to a spot, makes that a home, makes that a winner, which he did, and won a championship, and has made them a threat. Now they're not having a great year. I don't think they can win a championship. I don't know how bright their future is. But it feels like what's best for the organization, and maybe what's best for Giannis, maybe, is to go somewhere else. And that hurts me. That's the way the league is created, but would it be a shame if Giannis played 8 more years of his career in Milwaukee And I don't know, had all seasons like this where they didn't make the playoffs or they were a 10 seed? Probably. And certainly in the hearts and minds of many, he's going to be the greatest Milwaukee Buck ever.
The Greek Freak!
And I wonder what we would think of his career. Chris, how do you think we would evaluate Giannis's career? Let's say no trade happens, he never leaves. I would actually kind of hat tip respect to him if they, I don't know, finish the last part of his career anywhere between a 6 seed and never making the playoffs the rest of the way.
Yeah, he'd
get respect.
I think he gets a lot of respect. Like you talked about, he'd be the best Buck player of all time, and that's not even like an argument.
Right.
And Kareem played for the Bucks.
Right. Yeah. But okay, so now let's do the flip. He, I don't know, gets sent to the Rockets or Spurs in this amazing deal that they find, and all of a sudden, I don't know, gets 2 to 3 more championships. So now he's like a 4-time champion. Maybe get some finals MVPs. He's already got 1 finals MVP. I mean, I feel like he goes to a different stratosphere, and I don't know whether that, I mean, because of the ring culture we've developed.
But I don't even think that would happen because it didn't happen with KD. Like,
well, don't you think his career was elevated with these 2 titles?
But I think it's elevated, but at the same time, people use it as a negative on him.
Yeah, especially at the beginning. Like, you couldn't beat the Warriors and he went to join them. But
I don't think they win without him.
That's the difference, I think.
But at the same time, before and when he left, they won without him.
They did. I think the 2, though, they were so good. He was so dominant. He was the finals MVP of a very good team that obviously won without him twice, like you said, before and after. But also, I guess the difference, what if he stayed with the Warriors and they got a few more? Like, he ended up with like 5 with them. I don't
Maybe.
Yeah. I mean, he got 2, which there's nothing wrong. There's actually a lot right with that.
The problem with KD is he listens to too many.
He does. And now he's bounced. It's like, oh, then you went to the Nets and then you went to the Suns.
And he's trying to figure it out.
And now
it's
you're
like,
the Rockets.
It's not happening.
He's great. He's one of the greats of all time. So I've
got to talk about KD. I've got a crazy stat for what's hot.
And it's with him?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And it's super weird.
Okay, so that's to come. But I'm really torn on this, and I'm trying not to do it as a ring culture thought, but I'm also thinking, I mean, honestly, if I'm going down this road with Giannis, that probably what's best for the Bucks. Certainly, I think it's what's best for the Bucks. I do think that. It may not be what's best for Giannis, but I think it's time. And that stinks. I hate that. I hate that that's where the league is, because if we're doing ring culture, Chris, I could make the same argument. You know what? The Warriors probably should trade Steph. They won't. But, I mean, I just don't think they can win a title anymore.
That is, we've had arguments with Dave about that because he's big on once you can't contribute to a title anymore, get rid. Like,
but you can't do it that way.
If say the Kings or Milwaukee Bucks, they got Giannis, he becomes this guy, drags them, takes them, and wins a championship.
We'd be devastated.
Huh?
We'd be devastated if they traded him.
Yeah, absolutely devastated. Like, if I would say, if that were to happen with the Kings and they had a player like Giannis and he was on their team like this long and stuff like that, and they said, hey, you're going to see a couple more playoff runs, maybe a conference final. You're never going to the finals again. So you're not going to win a finals with this player here. Would you accept that? And I would. As
a fan. But with the player. And with the organization then go, if we're back to the ring culture going, let's use your example. Okay, a couple trips to the playoffs, maybe 1 conference final, no titles. But if I traded you still in your prime and we kind of did a reboot and got some, could we get back to that spot quicker and longer? I don't know the answer to that, but I feel like that's where Milwaukee is. And you've got the guy, you've got the player, you've got one of the top 5 players without a doubt in the league. And you drafted him, you groomed him, you got a title with him, and he seems to want to stay to some extent. And you know that you can't, they can make trades to help get more people there, but they're kind of cap tied. It's just really tough.
Yeah, what's tough is you would trade Giannis knowing that you will most likely never get a player that matches Giannis again.
Correct. But you're hoping that between the amount of return, Yeah, and the masses that you could get. It's such a weird, and I'm anxious to see where we get once we get out of this cycle of whatever kind of new, the cap, the new aprons, that just like everybody's getting adjusted to. Because even OKC, who's as well set up as anybody, they're the best set up in the league. But at some point, SGA is going to make 70-something million a season, and Chet Holmgren and Jalen Williams will be up there too. And they're still going to be young, and they're still going to be great. But are they just going to have a bunch of, and I say minimum wage, but, bottom-feeding contracts on the team because you're paying those guys who are great that much money? It's just,
it's weird too.
It's a weird cycle.
Say someone like SGA is available, there are going to be teams like, well, he's great, but I don't want him with that contract.
Right. Which is what we're seeing now with Sabonis is a good player. Levine's a good player. Like $40 million, no way. Well, we're just moving the scale.
Yeah.
60, $70 million.
Yeah, because I remember talking to Dave because everyone agrees that Zach LaVine's contracts
is the issue.
Yeah. But at the same time, he's making 40, and Fox went to San Antonio for 60.
Right.
So
eventually, yeah.
Yeah. And it's one of those things of, I hate that I'm bringing up the Fox trade again.
Yeah.
But the thing I keep bringing up to Kings fans is, okay, if De'Aaron Fox couldn't stay because they would have had to give him an even bigger contract. So, okay, at that point, you can't trade him for something. And with your payroll, you're not going to be able to bring anyone in to add to the team, which is I don't know what to do. I don't know how the NBA fixes something like that.
Right. Yeah, they're really in this puzzle. So I guess,
and the thing is they couldn't add someone to Fox because they're trying to keep Fox, and they know that their payroll is going to go higher, so they can't add to the payroll.
Yeah.
So they can't do anything to prepare to keep Fox. It's tough.
It is tough, and that's what I think GMs and teams and organizations are all dealing with. All right, let's get to our last question here in 3 for Madness.
Question 3.
Is anyone untouchable in your mind on the Sacramento Kings regarding the trade deadline?
No. I mean, no, and no. And I think that should be the philosophy for every team. But if I'm trying to rank it and project it, I mean, I think there's certain guys that you just have a better salary situation for that are giving you results. Let me just quickly take a look at the Sacramento Kings kind of payroll and roster and how they're paid out. To find the first person that I would say would be the least likely that I'd want to deal. I don't know where I would land. I mean, yeah, I don't think anyone's untouchable. I mean, the funny thing is where I kind of stand on Keon, because Sam every week tells us that Keon is the one that is probably being the most actively looked at by other teams. And part of it is his contract, and I look at that as a negative. And the reason I look at that as a negative here, now we're back to contract size, where he makes a little over about $2.3 million, and he's in the final year. So teams, would covet a defensive guy, an athletic guy, kind of a spot-up shooter that can, when he's on, he can be effective. And the fact that he's an expiring, I think that's a luxury at one point for the Kings, but now as an expiring contract and only making $2 million, what's truly the net value you're going to get in return? Obviously, if you trade someone like DeMar DeRozan at $24 million, you're going to get closer to a $24 million in salary back that can generally net you more in return. So, no one should be off limits. I mean, Keegan, I would think is close just because you extended him, but and I love Keegan, but if the right deal is out there, you do that. But I don't think anyone's looking at that at the moment. So I'm sure the targets for the Kings would be LaVine, Sabonis, DeRozan. They'd look at stuff with Monk, Schroeder. I feel like they've kept Saric and McDermott around, and even like Eubanks, because they could be, hey, we need an extra couple of million. Here's one more player to make deals work. It's tricky. It's tricky in the present climate of the NBA and the NBA salary cap. All right, that's 3 for Madness. We're going to get more on the Kings coming up at the 8 o'clock hours. They begin this daunting road trip that begins in Cleveland. It's really almost going to be, I know they're all indoors and beautiful venues they're playing in, but man, the weather they're hitting in is absolutely brutal. We'll talk about that coming up. But next, we'll get to some football. It's championship weekend. We look at the American Football Conference. That's known as the AFC. We do that next.
The Sactown Sports 1140 newsletter right to your email. Get your latest on the Sacramento Kings, athletics, and Republic FC with the Sactown Sports 1140 newsletter. Visit SactownSports.com to join.
What's up? We're talking to my friend Chad Hoblet of Hoblet Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram. Chad, tell everybody what's happening for the Start Something New sales event.
Kick off the new year exploring all California has to offer when you save up to $9,000 off MSRP on the new 2026 Jeep Wrangler Willys. This modern blend of nostalgia and military-inspired styling, coupled with enhanced off-road capability, is the epitome of what Jeep has always been.
It's great seeing this modern take on everything that has made a Jeep a Jeep.
I love how they're celebrating their Jeep history, and you can't miss the Jeep DNA everywhere you look. Whatever you're looking for, Hoblet is the place to go. From new Jeep Willys to hundreds of certified pre-owned vehicles at the Hoblet Certified Pre-Owned Supercenter, with over 100 vehicles under $30,000.
Search, select, and save through their whole inventory at HobletDodge.com. Unbeatable prices, unbeatable selection. Nobody beats Hoblet, period.
9,000 total net savings on select new 2026 Jeep Wrangler Willys after 4,500 factory rebates and 4,500 dealer discounts. Rebates include 3,500 select inventory cash on select inventory, 1,000 conquest bonus cash for eligible non-SFS owners or lessees. 5% savings. See dealer for details.
When a person is seriously injured, there's no substitute for the personal legal relationship offered by the local NorCal firm of Ashton and Price. From the first attorney meeting, every important decision is made with a direct consultation with, and I can't believe I have to say this, a real, live, experienced, flesh and blood local attorney. It's called Home Court Advantage for a reason. Ashton and Price, serious local attorneys for serious people with serious injuries with no fee until we win. For the best local advice, don't think twice. Call Ashton and Price.
Get more for your money at Elk Grove Chevrolet, where value meets style. Purchase a new 2026 Chevrolet Trax for just $299 per month plus tax. The Trax delivers more for less with a sleek design, impressive fuel economy, and tech that keeps you connected. Conveniently located in Elk Grove, just minutes from Sacramento. Visit myelkgrovechevrolet.com today for full details and see why the Trax is such a smart choice.
Guys, if your energy is low, your strength isn't what it used to be, or your drive feels off, it's not just getting older. For many men, it's low testosterone. At Revive Men's Health Sacramento, you can start with a free T-check, exam, and consultation so you get real answers about your testosterone levels and overall health. And this month only, qualified patients may receive 25% off testosterone replacement therapy. This isn't guesswork or one-size-fits-all treatment. Revive specializes in personalized, closely monitored testosterone care designed to help men feel stronger, sharper, and more like themselves again. With over 120,000 patients treated since 2011, Revive Men's Health is trusted for results, not hype. If you've been putting this off, now is the time to act. Claim your free T-check and consultation and see if you qualify for 25% off TRT. This month only. Call 916-619-3000. That's 916-619-3000. Or visit ReviveMen'sHealth.com. Terms apply, must medically qualify.
Capital Casino, conveniently located on 411th North 16th Street in downtown Sacramento.
The only place in the morning to get your sports fix.
Live and local.
The Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
Snap, placement, kick on the way, and Denver's going to the AFC Championship game. Lutz from 24 yards out in an epic battle from Empower Field at Mile High. The Broncos have climbed higher, and they have found a way to win again coming from behind. They beat the Buffalo Bills this afternoon, 33-30.
Broncos walked off last week and got to stay home. They will host the AFC Championship this Sunday when they welcome in the New England Patriots. We'll do a little AFC Championship game preview here. Also, the NFC Championship coming up before we get back into the Kings. And a reminder, Greg Papa joining us at 9 o'clock. But right now is your chance to win Thunder Showdown 4. Win a pair of tickets to Thunder Showdown 4 at Thunder Valley, at the venue, at Thunder Valley on Saturday, March 7th. What's that? Did I do something wrong?
No. You're great. I just realized the date. I've been trying to go to Thunder Showdown since Thunder Showdown 1. literally every time. And it's not at the same time every year. It's different times. Every single time, it's when I'm out of town.
Oh, and you're out of town on March 7th?
Yeah.
You already know that?
Yeah.
Where are you going to be?
Bay.
The Bay. Well, Chris cannot win, but the rest of you can. And right now, and we're going to do this a couple times today, so always be listening. We appreciate you listening out there. How about caller number 4 for Thunder Showdown 4? 916-339-1140 or 1-800-920-1140. You will win those pair of tickets to Thunder Showdown 4 at the venue at Thunder Valley on Saturday, March 7th. Had my first trip out to the venue. Man, I'm a fan of Thunder Valley, but a while ago, it's great. The venue's awesome. Big fan. Big fan. So again, caller number 4, we will welcome you in as our winner. All right, so we have the AFC Championship game set. It is New England. It is going to be the Denver Broncos hosting this game, and it's for Denver. Just the highlight we just heard. I mean, that's like the peak moment. You beat Josh Allen. You come from behind. You get the walk-off field goal, and then you go into the post-game press conference and you hear this.
Not good news. On the second to last play in overtime, Bo fractured a bone in his right ankle. He's scheduled to have surgery Tuesday of this week, which will put him out for the rest of the season. This is what it is, and we felt like it'd be best to just tell everyone now.
Oh, man. I feel for Bo Nix. I feel for the Broncos. I don't know that doesn't mean they can't win this week. Immediately, I'm a big believer in Sean Payton. I know he has coveted Jarrett Stidham before, and others have too. So I think they believe he's a quality quarterback as a backup. But Bo Nix is their guy. They drafted him, and they've groomed him, and he's done a really nice job in kind of making that offense multidimensional with his legs and certainly his arm and what they're able to do. They're still built around defense and special teams. So they could still win the football game. It's less about that to me. It's more about your quarterback. I mean, the quarterback is such a, like, when you think of every team, you almost automatically go, oh, who's their quarterback? And it's such a representation of the team. It's usually the highest paid player, the team representative, usually the captain. It's such an important position for the sport. And to have your starter, who's young, who gets Denver back to this spot as a 1 seed, you beat a talented quarterback on the other side in Josh Allen, and gets hurt that late in the game, and you don't really know it at the time. He just looked like he was hobbling a little bit, and have the broken bone and out for the rest of the year. I mean, that is just awful. So I feel gutted for Bo Nix. Excited for Jarrett Stidham to see what he could do. I mean, what an opportunity. My goodness. But then I also know, think about that. I mean, we can go each side of things. If they win, credit to Peyton, credit to Stidham for just keeping that thing going. But if they don't, it's already that what if, and you just feel badly for Jarrett Stidham unless he plays like an amazing game and they lose for other reasons. But it's interesting that we got here in the AFC, because the AFC, I've talked about this for a couple of years, is such a loaded quarterback conference that for the most part, Patrick Mahomes has squashed some other careers that could be even better. Josh Allen's amazing. Lamar Jackson's amazing. Joe Burrow's really, really good.
I think Joe Burrow's kind of gotten hurt by
Joe Burrow?
Cincy, not, huh?
Joe Burrow himself?
Oh, yeah. I think he's been screwed by Cincinnati, not protecting him.
Yeah. So now the one time they got through, he got to the Super Bowl, which was amazing. Josh Allen hasn't done that. Lamar's looking to do that. And this year, when Patrick Mahomes gets hurt late, they were going to be a fringe playoff team anyway, but I think nobody would have wanted to play him come postseason time. So here's an opportunity for guys like C.J. Stroud. Can they sneak through? Trevor Lawrence having a great year. Can he get through? Who would be the quarterbacks that would sneak through? Well, it's Josh Allen. It's him. He doesn't have to sneak through. He's the best quarterback of the batch. And now he's out. And so you're either going to have Drake May or Jarrett Stidham playing in the Super Bowl, which is great. It's exciting for them. And, in the case of Stidham, who, maybe does this, if they won 2 more games or at least one that got him there, does this launch him into another stratosphere for a team going, well, we're not very good. We need to sign a quarterback. Let's overpay and get Jarrett Stidham. And maybe he becomes the guy just needed an opportunity, or is he truly more of a backup quarterback? Well, that's to be determined. And then Drake May, is this a one-hit wonder where, oh, yeah, remember that early on in his career he made it to the Super Bowl and then we never saw it again? I don't know the answer to that. The AFC is still going to be loaded at QB. And if you're the Patriots and you're the Broncos, to me, I still try to capitalize on this. And, I mean, you get a shot at it, you got to go. You got to go try to win this thing, and obviously they are. But I still think of some of these other teams in the AFC, Josh Allen included. Lamar Jackson, we know there's some rumors about him, possibly being dealt by the Ravens. Burrow, if he does get that protection that Chris is talking about. Obviously, Patrick Mahomes been back and healthy, but there's others. I mean, we're talking about Justin Herbert, I think is really good. Can Trevor Lawrence continue to develop? CJ Stroud behind that defense. I think top to bottom, the AFC has more to offer. I really do.
And then, also there just might be some kid out there that comes in a year or two that says like, oh, this is the new guy.
Oh, like Mendoza to the Raiders?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think that's him, but it could be.
No, but like, yeah, I'm just saying like there could be someone out there just like, oh man, this is him. He's the guy.
Yeah.
Like, sorry, the rest of the league.
Yeah. I mean, look, Drake May was drafted high, but I don't think anyone thought he would be one of the finalists for the MVP this soon and leading his team to a 2 seed and a chance to get to the Super Bowl. You're right. And some of the quarterbacks I'm not even highlighting. Like, what if Shedeur continues to develop? Shedeur Sanders for Cleveland. You just don't know how this is all going to go, but it's interesting that the two teams with the best records in the AFC actually are representing the AFC, but it feels like to the masses that have been used to names like, Josh Allen in the AFC Championship game or Lamar Jackson, certainly Patrick Mahomes. It's like, where are these guys? Well, this year at least is different, and I'm okay with that. I'm okay with different. I think this will be an interesting watch, certainly. I don't know. I'm guessing, Chris, I haven't looked at the spread. Do you know? Have you?
No.
Okay, well, I'm going to bring it up and look at it. Who do you think is favored and by how much? Knowing that Bo Nix is out.
I am going to say Patriots 4.5.
Look at Chris. Patriots by 4.5. On the road in the AFC Championship game. Obviously, a lot of that is about Bo Nix. I wonder what it would be if Nix was healthy. But we'll give our picks a little bit later. And we have our...
I think even with Bo Nix, I think it would be like a pick 'em.
Really?
Yeah.
Why did people not believe in the Broncos?
I don't think, because like Bo Nix is fine. And I think this is, to me, I think it's because he was my fantasy football quarterback to where like, yeah, they're winning, but he wasn't getting me anything.
Yeah. But is Drake May elite to you? Or
no,
getting there?
No.
Okay.
But it's one of those things I think Drake May won't make the mistake that will cost the Patriots the game.
And maybe Stidham will.
Yeah, I think, yeah.
Or Bo Nix
Yeah,
would have.
I think Bo Nix could have.
Yeah.
Well, like he almost did.
Yeah, you're right. Well, it's interesting that the Patriots are 8-0 on the road, Broncos 8-1 at home, two teams at 14-3, and that is the first game on Sunday at noon as Patriots.
Which you can listen to right here on Sactown Sports.
Not this week.
Of course not this week because we got a Kings game.
Yeah. I think, do we have the NFC Championship game?
We do have the NFC Championship game.
I was like, wait, because I was thinking, I know the Kings play the Pistons that day at the exact time. It's an early tip on Sunday.
Why did they do that?
I don't know. Okay, actually, we speculated on this and see if you can agree with this. Deuce and I were talking about that the other day. Like, why is this game at noon? So it's 3 Detroit, but noon here. I guess 3 Sundays. We have those. But was the thought process that, hey, the Lions may be there? And if the Lions are there, we don't want to go up, Detroit fans. And it's like, I don't know if they knew the NFC Championship game was the second game, but
why would the NBA schedule any games on that Sunday?
I think, do we still have, remember the Kings have played on the Super Bowl?
I do.
Let's see if anybody's playing on the Super Bowl this year, because to me, that's silly. Sunday, February 8th. Yeah, there's 1, 2, 3, 4 games, but they're at 9:30 Pacific. Knicks at Celtics on ABC. Heat at Wizards.
Why would you put that game on Super Bowl Sunday?
Well, because then if it's on national, like maybe you get, that's probably starting their, weekend national coverage. Heat at Wizards, Pacers at Raptors at noon, and Clippers at Timberwolves at noon. So everything's going to be done by the Super Bowl. That's where the Kings have played before. They've had a road game and they've had a home game like at noon on Super Bowl Sunday. It's like, because I remember finishing that one and getting home going like, oh, just in time for kickoff.
See, here's the thing, too. I wish that the Kings had more day games.
I'm for it. Like, during the week, too.
Like, even, like, the 3 o'clock ones are cool, but I'm talking, like, 1 o'clock.
Yeah, they had a 2 on a Saturday randomly against the Mavericks around Christmas time. Like, this is great.
Yeah.
That was fun.
Like, I want to go, especially late in the season, I want to go to the game.
Yeah.
I want to have brunch, go to the game, and then be out in the sunlight afterwards.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to do this. I'm going to look at it next because I remember doing this last year, but I'm going to see how many crossover A's, Kings possibilities there are. And that's another thing I would like try to match up between the two organizations. Hey, go to both games. Buy the double package, right? You can go to the first game, whichever one's the day game, and the other one at night. All right, when we come back, that's the AFC. We got to look at the NFC. No Niners in this one, but it is the team that beat the Niners in the Seahawks. They will host the Rams, and one of them will be at Santa Clara playing in the Niners' house for the Super Bowl. Oh, that's painful. We'll discuss that next.
2 new voices join the midday. Matt George and Kayla Anderson.
Weekdays 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Watch online at SactownSports.com, on the app, or in your car.
Listen to the latest on the Sacramento Kings, the San Francisco 49ers, and all breaking news.
Northern California is covered.
10 a.m. to 2 p.m. The best in the middays during your weekdays are on your local sports leader. Sactown Sports, 1140.
Hello, I'm Frank Cockrell with Retirement Security Center for the Weekly Economic Update. This week, markets reminded investors how quickly sentiment can shift. After a relatively calm start to earnings season, stocks sold off sharply Tuesday, with all 3 major indexes finishing notably lower as investors digested fresh policy and trade headlines and reassessed risk. In bonds, yields moved higher, meaning prices fell, signaling that the interest rate expectations and inflation worries are still very much in play. The U.S. Treasury's daily yield curve shows rates holding steady at elevated levels into this week. And volatility, it eased back from the spike, but it's still a reminder that markets are pricing in bigger day-to-day swings than we saw earlier. Bottom line, headlines are driving short-term moves, but long-term success still comes from diversification, discipline, and sticking to a plan. How might this affect you or your family? Please go to frankontheradio.com to schedule an appointment, watch videos, and receive market updates. I'm ready to help you start your journey so you can define your future.
Securities and investment advisory services offered through Mosaic Wealth. Member FINRA SIPC. Mosaic Wealth is separately owned, and other entities and or marketing names, products, or services referenced here are independent of Mosaic Wealth.
Right now at Elk Grove Honda, you can lease a 2025 Accord Hybrid Sport Sedan for only $39.99 down, including first payment due at lease inception, excluding tax and license. 35 monthly payments of $299 plus tax, license, and 0 security deposit on approved credit. Mileage in excess of 10,000 per year at 20 cents per mile. It really is the least you can do. We're Elk Grove Honda in the Elk Grove Auto Mall, Highway 99 and Elk Grove Boulevard, or on the web at elkgrovehonda.com.
I gotta get an Elk Grove Honda.
Gold demand is skyrocketing to record highs. As more Americans rush to preserve their savings, will there be enough gold? I'm Dr. Ron Paul, and I believe physical gold is the only way to truly protect your 401k or IRA savings. Gold offers tangible security that can't be tracked, stolen, or inflated. That's why I strongly advocate for gold IRAs. To learn more, text the word SECURE to 989898 now. Birch Gold Group will send you a free info kit on gold IRAs. Birch Gold is the only gold company I trust, and their thousands of great reviews prove I'm not alone. So don't wait another second. Protect your retirement savings today and see how easy it is to move your IRA or 401k into physical precious metals. Text SECURE to the number 989898 for your free gold IRA info kit. Again, SECURE to 989898.
Message and data rates may apply.
Golf to Go is brought to you by the Hagen Oaks Golf Super Shop. Here's Frank LaRosa.
As another new year begins, I'm reflecting on all that has happened. I'm filled with gratitude for the Golf to Go show guests who've trusted us with their time, their thoughts, and their dreams. People like putter magician Scotty Cameron, First Tee's Angie Dixon, former football great Peyton Manning, LPGA legend Nancy Lopez, the heralded team at Hagen Oaks like Ken Morton Jr., Tom Morton, PGA Golf to Go's resident on-air playing coach, and Mike Woods, PGA Director of Golf, and all the PGA professionals and guests who've educated and informed us over last year's 52 shows. Thanks also to you, our loyal listeners, who are there every week with compliments and suggestions when we might get a bit off track. Thanks also to the game that brings us all together. Thanks to the millions of men, women, boys, and girls who play the game. Thanks to the able-bodied, and thanks also to the programs that nurture those in need of a lift, like the California Eagles, PGA Hope, and many more. We are fortunate for our world-class golf and to have lived life and had a chance to play the game. That's your Golf to Go. I'm Frank LaRosa.
Big savings are back at Folsom Lake Honda, your one-stop Honda shop.
Looking to own or lease? We have options for everyone. Plus, lower interest rates at Folsom Lake Honda make for lower payments. It's no wonder Folsom Lake Honda is your one-stop Honda shop.
Get an instant cash offer for your trade at FolsomLakeHonda.com. We'll buy your car whether you buy from us or not.
Visit us today at FolsomLakeHonda.com.
Folsom Lake Honda, yeah, your one-stop Honda shop.
Carmichael Dave.
He has very good sources, and he just kind of tells it as it is and gets to the point.
Jason Ross.
He has a lot of pretty smart things to say.
He's good at what he does.
On Sactown Sports.
Mike McDonald is the big bad wolf of defense, and everybody in this league knows it. And he has just won his 15th game as the second-year head coach. 15 games this season. Big hugs between those two coaches out on the football field. Your Seattle Seahawks are moving on to the NFC Championship.
Well, there was no mystery last week. The game's opening kickoff set the tone. 49ers ultimately routed by the Seahawks and eliminated. And now it's Seattle as the 1 seed hosting the Rams. Part 3 between these two teams. The second time they played was one of the games of the season. And ironically, the 49ers at that time were rooting for that situation. They wanted the Seahawks to win, to give the Rams another loss, to open the door for the Niners to win out, to become the 1 seed. The problem is they got to week 18, played the Seahawks, couldn't win that game. And the way the matchups laid up, they ended up having to face the Seahawks again, and that was their kryptonite. So we're going to talk about the NFC Championship game coming up. Jason Ross here, Christopher Laud. It is your second opportunity, another giveaway. We're having some fun here on a Friday. Thunder Showdown 4. Maybe you didn't win the last time, but maybe you can win this time. We're going to take caller number 4. 4 again. Win a pair of tickets to Thunder Showdown 4 at the venue at Thunder Valley on Saturday, March 7th. Chris still can't go. It's still the same date. But 916-339-1140, 1-800-920-1140, and you'll have your chance to win a pair of tickets to Thunder Showdown 4. We had a winner before, Chris. Who was our winner before?
Kyle.
Kyle? Draper?
Not that Kyle.
Oh, Ledbetter?
Not that Kyle.
Madsen?
Not that Kyle.
Okay. But right now, you could be a Kyle or someone else and win a pair of tickets to see Thunder Showdown 4. Again, 916-339-1140, 1-800-920-1140. All right, so let's look at the NFC Championship game. We had someone text in earlier on the text line. I'm way more interested in the NFC than the AFC. Okay, that's fine. And maybe that's a Niners connection. Maybe that's, I don't know, just your preference for conference. I don't even know that I've had conference preferences in the past, but this is the second game of the Sunday championship doubleheader. Rams at Seahawks. And you got the Rams at 12-5, Seattle at 14-3. Seattle's very good at home, though they've lost twice there this year. The Rams 5-4 on the road. Rams would have a little more experience than Seattle. Rams have the most experienced quarterback of the Final Four, a quarterback that's been to the Super Bowl, that's won the Super Bowl. Sean McVay's been to the Super Bowl, has won the Super Bowl. So there's probably that lean a little bit. The fact that when they played earlier this year, the Rams did beat them once. And, you could argue probably should have beat them the second time, though they did not. The first matchup, the Rams won 21-19. The second matchup was the classic 38-37, just wild game that had so many weird things that happened. Remember the play where the pass went out to the backfield and then Zach Charbonnet just picked it up in the end zone for the 2-point conversion, just nonchalantly, and they ruled that, that was a lateral and he could take that in for the 2-point. It was just weird. Just a lot of weird things ended up happening in that game. And it sets up for a great third matchup. And for Niner fans, you had a great season. You have a great division, and one of the best divisions we've ever seen in the history of the NFL. But it's two of your rivals that are playing for a spot you wanted to be in, to be hosting the Super Bowl. Now, they won't be the host team, but they will have, as Matt Barrows told us earlier this week, the Rams or the Seahawks will have the Niners locker room for the Super Bowl. I don't know what Niner fans would rather have in there. And let us know, I guess, a quick text on the or even our YouTube chat. What would you prefer, even if you're not a Niner fan, what would you prefer to have there? What is the lesser of two evils for you? And we'll probably ask this to Greg Papa. To see Seattle there, who hasn't done it in a while, or the Rams? And, Chris, you were talking about not really having a team or being neutral to the NFL. And I'm probably more in your camp, though I would want the Niners to win. I like the Raiders. I would love them to get back there. But I'm not a diehard like I am for the Kings or for like the Yankees.
I think you're like me where a win or a loss doesn't affect our day.
Perfect way to say it.
Which
now,
I think proves if you're a fan or not.
I would say I was pretty bummed because I was really all in on the Niners when I wanted them to beat the Chiefs and they lost in overtime. I mean, not to the level I would say of like if that was my team, like I'm devastated, but I was like, oh man, because I knew a lot of people wanted the Niners to win. Some don't, but I did. And it was like, man, what a difference it would have made if they had won that Super Bowl. But so with that being said, what I usually then go to, and I don't know what your rooting interests are after that, then it's like, all right, who's new? Who can we get here and I look and go, well, the Patriots have won relatively recently. Broncos, won 10 years ago. Rams just a few years ago. And Seattle's, it's been a while, but they won. It's like, we have nobody that needs one. They all want one.
Yeah, there's also no coach that's been around forever that like, oh man, if they could finally get this one.
Yeah, so Vrabel's coached a little bit, but yeah.
See, the thing that hurts him too is he's part of those dynasties.
Right, he was winning.
You don't need
Super
another
Bowls.
one.
And then Peyton won on a different team. Sure, getting another one on a different team, that's fine. I don't necessarily care about that. McVay doesn't need another one for me. McDaniel's new. Or wait, McDonald.
Yes.
Yeah. McDonald is newer head coach. So maybe that, but I'm like, I don't. So nothing's pulling me.
Like, if the Bills were still in it, I think that would be everyone's pick, right?
Detroit, the Bills, like somehow if the Browns got there, but they're not. And, the Bills are the most realistic because they got there. I would have rooted for Jacksonville to get there first.
Yeah, that would be cool. My guy, Tony Khan.
I know the Bears have won was a long time ago. I don't know. May have been there for them. So, but I would have been Niners. Niners is what I would have rooted for had they won. Obviously, they did not. And now we've got the Rams and the Seahawks. Chris?
The thing that I want to say, too, that's tough for the 49ers.
Yeah.
There hasn't been a Super Bowl where it's just like, they just weren't good enough. It's like every Super Bowl, they've just had devastating injuries the entire lead up to it. Even at the Super Bowl, popping an Achilles.
Yeah.
Like it
crazy
feels
stuff.
Like it's just you've been so cheated because it's one thing of just like, oh, we were there, but the other team was just better, or we just didn't play that well. It's always like, well, if we had 8 of our regulars, maybe it's a different game.
Last year, unless you were a fan of Philadelphia, that Super Bowl was just like, we had people over. We just had a little Super Bowl gathering. It's like, all right, it's fun. I mean, like I didn't have a preference in that one either. I'm like, Eagles, Chiefs. Let's have a good game. And then it just got so out of hand. Like, I mean, we were talking about other stuff. Hey, what shows you? Like, just got so distracted. And it was like, oh yeah, the Eagles. Oh man, they won by that much. I just was not that into that game.
What was the one that was a complete blowout? It was Denver and.
Like way back?
Yeah.
Oh, Denver and Seattle.
Denver and Seattle. That was the one where like.
But Denver, I think, was favored.
Yeah, and just got
just
curb stomp.
Yeah.
But I want to say we turned it off in the third quarter, and we're just like doing other stuff.
Yeah, I've never turned one off, but I mean, I've been disinterested. All right, before we break, Rams Seahawks, Chris, you nailed the spread of the AFC Championship game. Who's favored and by how much?
Seahawks 2.5.
Did you do a Matt George and look ahead of time? I'm going to trust Chris on this, but he got both right on. Yep, it is the Seahawks 2.5. And yes, that one we can hear right here on Sactown Sports, right?
We can hear.
Okay, right after Kings basketball, Kings and the Pistons. All right, speaking of the Kings, they do begin a very, very difficult road trip today in Cleveland. We'll preview that game. We'll talk about the weather they have and just, what players are still going to be on this team in 13 days. Man, the trade deadline is coming up. We'll talk about where the status of the Kings are and kind of what it looks like right now. We'll do that next.
Listen to the #1 sports lineup in Sacramento.
The Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross, Matt George, and Kayla Anderson. The Drive Guys with Kevin Gleason and Alan Stiles.
Every weekday live and local 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. Online at SactownSports.com or download the app right on your phone. Your #1 source for all your Northern California sports. Sactown Sports 1140.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Grainger. Grainger offers a broad range of quality products and next-day delivery, so he can always play it safe. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
This Sactown Sports 49ers report is brought to you by Kia of Vacaville, located beside the Vacaville outlets. 49ers season comes to a close in Seattle on Saturday, losing 41-6. San Francisco playing without all pros George Kittle, Fred Warner, and Nick Bosa, and the injuries proved to be too much to overcome. San Francisco finishes the year 13-6. As for Seattle, they advance to the conference championship game, where they will take on LA, who defeated Chicago in overtime 20-17. Catch that game right here on Sactown Sports beginning at 3.
Football season is here at Kia of Vacaville. You can score big in a new 2025 Kia Niro LX with up to 53 MPG combined at Kia of Vacaville. Perfect for road trips, tailgates, and cruising to Levi Stadium in style and comfort. But don't wait. Inventory is limited at Kia of Vacaville, and these deals won't last long. Visit KiaVacaville.com or stop by right next to the Vacaville outlets for friendly service, easy shopping, and unbeatable value. All in one stop. Kia of Vacaville, where the adventure begins.
Get as loud as you can for Monster Jam!
The one and only Monster Jam. Packed with stunts, smiles, and jaw-dropping skills. See the world's best drivers tear up the dirt in your favorite Monster Jam trucks. Like Gravedigger, El Toro Loco, Megalodon, and more. Only at Monster Jam. Coming to Golden One Center this Friday through Sunday. Brought to you by BKT Tires. Savings available on select opening night tickets.
Guys, low energy, low drive, or strength not what it used to be? For many men, it's low testosterone. At Revive Men's Health Sacramento, start with a free T-check, exam, and consultation to get real answers. And this month only, qualified patients may receive 25% off testosterone replacement therapy. Call 916-619-3000 or visit ReviveMen'sHealth.com. Terms apply. Must medically qualify.
Celebrate the new year in style with a new Honda from Stockton Honda. Whether you're shopping new or pre-owned, Stockton Honda has the selection and savings. With new Hondas in stock and ready to go, now is the time to save on your favorite Honda in person or online. CR-V, HR-V, Pilot, Accord, Civic, and Ridgeline. It's a new year with endless possibilities. Get the deals that make it easy to say yes. Upgrade and save today at Stockton Honda.
Anytime, anywhere, it's all here. StocktonHonda.com.
Capital Casino, conveniently located on 411th North 16th Street in downtown Sacramento.
KHD1 Sacramento, KYMX HD3 Sacramento.
From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios.
Sactown Sports 1140.
The Carmichael Dave Show.
He's on the microphone when he's not on the microphone. He's playing a song, and when he's not playing a song, he's on the microphone, and then boom.
With Jason Ross.
No, he didn't. Yes, He did.
Call or text at 916-339-1140.
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross on Sactown Sports.
All right, halfway through our Friday show. Jason Ross here. Christopher Laud coming up at 10. We will have Matt and Kayla. We'll have them in on Crosstalk. Well, it's really going to be Friday Fun and Games today.
Me, Maddie.
That's right. We got to get we need a Kayla drop.
Yeah, we'll
working
find
on
something.
one?
We'll figure it out.
Okay. She hasn't said anything in any of our crosstalks yet that, kind of, Alan would step into something a lot. Matt will. It'll happen. It'll happen. And we know, you know what? Chris will capture it. We know that for sure. All right. We've done this twice. Now let's do it a third time. Again. One more time. We're going to run it back. And another one. This is going to be for Thunder Showdown 4. And we're going to have caller number 4 at 916-339-1140, 1-800-920-1140. You'll win a pair of tickets to Thunder Showdown 4 at the venue at Thunder Valley on Saturday, March 7th. Who was our second winner, Chris?
Sunta. I believe that's how it's pronounced.
Okay. So we had Kyle and Sunta. Now it could be you. Yeah, I know there were a lot of people calling in before. Third time, hopefully, is the charm for you. Caller number 4, 916-339-1140 or 1-800-920-1140, and you can win our final pair of tickets for the day to the Thunder Showdown 4 at the venue at Thunder Valley on Saturday, March 7th. All right. A couple of texts to clean up before we get into the Kings. I was asking kind of just the premise on who you were rooting for. I mean, if you're a Seahawks fan, a Broncos fan, Patriots fan, Rams fan, obviously, I get it. That's who you want to win. But if you're not, with all these teams having won a Super Bowl before, who might it be? Let's see. As a Broncos fan, I was devastated by the Knicks injury, but then I took a day to collect myself and watch Stidham's film. He throws the ball well and is able to put in very tight spaces. He's not the athlete that Knicks is, but he can still run to get out of trouble. He just needs to take care of the ball. The rest of our guys take their game up a notch. And if our defense can clean up the giving up big plays the way they did against the Bills, force some punts, get maybe 2 to 3 turnovers, I believe we can pull off a 20-17 win at home. Go Broncos. That's from Anthony in Elk Grove. When I was asking about, as a Niner fan, who would you rather have in the Super Bowl, in your home locker room on Super Bowl Sunday, the Rams or the Seahawks? From the 530, we have, I'd prefer a meteor strike. Okay. As a Niner fan, I'm not rooting for an injury, but it would be fun to see some Jimmy G action. All right, that's from the 916. And then another 916. In caps. So they're making their point. They're yelling at me. Come on! How can you not be rooting for Stidham and the Broncos? Okay, there you go. There you go. Some news, too, before we get back to the Kings. I just saw this on the big screen here. There was an announcement from college football. I know the committee gathered again. It looks like they are going to keep the college football playoff field for next year at 12. There was talk about expanding it to 16. For next year, it will stay at 12. That's just a matter of time. That's going to grow. It's more money. The one suggestion I would have for the college football committee and the playoff group, I love it. I love the postseason tournament. I love that. I think they've pushed it too far. Like when we had the bowl games and then those, round of 8 games, I guess it was, or to get to the Final Four, that was great. Then you get to the Final Four, okay, and then you wait another, like it was after the playoff weekend of football, even though it just gave us a ton of football, it just didn't even feel like we were still in the same season anymore. I don't know. I don't know the exact answer to all of this, but they'll figure it out. They'll keep tinkering with it, but eventually I think they'll get to 16 teams, if not more at some point. Right now they're going to stick with 12, and that'll be for the 2026 season. All right, so let's get into some Sacramento Kings talk here. And again, you can reach us if you'd like at 916-339-1140 or 1-800-920-1140. We got our third winner, Chris?
We did.
Who was it?
Buddy.
Buddy. It'd be a buddy. Congrats, buddy.
Wait, I didn't get his last name. Hopefully it's not Heald.
Let's hope not. Well, he might be eligible. So the Kings begin their road trip today, and this is going to be a challenge, certainly for Sacramento, as if you look at the way it's laid out, not only the weather part of the challenge, because they're going to some frigid cities, but the teams they're playing. It starts today in Cleveland against the Cavaliers, a team to this moment that I think is underachieved, but obviously is better than the Kings. Then to Detroit on Sunday, the Knicks, who will be looking for some revenge on Tuesday, Thursday, Philadelphia, Friday, Boston, so a back-to-back, and then it closes out with what you would say is the worst team of the trip, but it's the final game. I know everybody's anxious to get home. It'll be closer to the deadline, the Washington Wizards. So you play the games on paper. Obviously, you're going to have to go through all these teams home and road. It's going to be difficult. I personally think at times the Kings kind of rise to the level of their competition and play the better teams a little bit better. I'm okay with that. I mean, I don't know where you guys are as Kings fans of kind of what your expectations are for the rest of this season, but kind of gauging the pulse on fans that I see at the arena that reach out on social media, that call in on the show or reach us out on the text line. I don't think it feels like there's been a shift in more people wanting them to not win as many games than to win games. And that's not going to be for everyone. There's never one, box we can put all Kings fans in. And like I said before, I can understand the merits of that. It just, to me, has not been proven that it works. I just don't have a case of study that it works. Now, it might be the better option, better chance. And I've been saying this with Dave. I'll say it again. I don't think they're truly franchise player that Scott Perry has talked about is under these pillars of trying to build a consistent winner and maintain that. I don't think that franchise building player is on this team right now. Now, is that player in this year's draft? There's a lot of people that think that about like a guy like Peterson or Devonsa. I don't know no one knows the answer to that. I like a lot of the things I see, but even they may not be that type of player. And that's where it's, all of this ends up being the risk that we talk about.
Yeah, no one has a top 5 pick and picks their player and thinking like, they might be okay.
Right.
They're all thinking like, okay, this is the guy that is going to change things around for us.
I mean, on the roster right now, if I'm not mistaken, is Keegan the highest draft pick? I mean, he's their highest draft pick at 4, but I'm trying to think of the overall roster. Let's see. DeRozan was lottery, but after 4. Levine after that. Sabonis after that. Monk was lottery. Yeah. Westbrook was 4 also, I think. Yeah. So Westbrook and Keegan Murray. Now, Westbrook's played like a franchise. Now, not now. I mean, in his prime Russell Westbrook, MVP type Russell Westbrook, dominant player. Yeah.
Like who was saying when he got drafted too, this guy's going to average a triple-double.
Well, I can tell you exactly, not me. And watching him play at UCLA, I'm like, wow, they're picking him that high? I'm like, I don't know. Like, he's okay. I don't know, but, scouts can see it, or sometimes, right? They don't get all of this right, but
I think that's too a problem with the draft now is you're drafting based on what you think you can make them. Like,
correct.
There's not one guy. How many people have come in and it's just like, he's set to go. He's just going to tear this league apart.
Yeah, it's
like
rare.
LeBron.
Yeah, I think the projections I mean, in our time, I would say, let's go last 25 years. I think the thought was LeBron for sure.
Yeah, but it's all projecting. Like,
right.
With Clifford, it's just like, dude, this guy's already in his 20s. Like,
yeah.
What are you doing? It's like,
and for some reason that's old, like he's a dinosaur. LeBron, I think Wemby had some of that. Now, some of that I think was given to Zion.
Yes.
And I would say that has not matched so far. It's unfair to be done with him on that, but it has not matched. AD got a little bit of that. Kyrie a little bit. But that's a handful, and some have lived up to it, some haven't. Yao Ming, I think there were some questions like, well, how's he going to really look over here? I don't know. He was pretty darn good. So The one thing, and I know I talked about this with Katie earlier this week, Chris, I just love your thought or your opinion on it, because I always go back to, we're not in these guys' shoes, but I try to put myself in that spot of this current roster, whether I'm Keon Ellis, let's take him for example, someone like Dennis Schroeder, and then Zach LaVine. So you've got a starter, a bench player in Schroeder, and then Keon's a bench player right now, but kind of out of the rotation. The mental part of this, where all three names have been talked about in the trade deadline, I don't know what they personally want. And you've got 13 days left. I mean, I've never been in a spot, I don't know that anybody has. Maybe if you've had an opportunity to take another job and you're weighing it out, or they're weighing you out, and you're like, man, I'm still at this job. And then you start to daydream. You're like, well, what would it look like if I'm at this job? And my life's going to be different. I have to move to this city, but okay, they're offering more money, or whatever the reasons why you would want to go there. And either you go, but there's a chance you don't. And then to come back, is it disappointing if you wanted to go? It's probably disappointing if you never wanted to go. And yeah, go and play. Be a pro. Do your job. It's like, well, there is a human element to this. And Chris, I think almost everybody on this roster, has been talked about in the trade rumor mill. And whether how much of it is legit, I don't know, but they've heard it and they've seen it. And again, I think there's probably there's got to be a portion of the guys that would like a trade.
The funny thing is, what has been like the best lineups for the Kings during those wins and stuff like that? It's been the young guys.
At times.
And those are the guys that aren't being talked about in trades.
You're right. With the exception of, I guess, I would put Ellis in the young group.
Yes.
But he's the only one.
Yeah.
And a lot of people want to know why he isn't playing. Well, we had the same conversation. Why isn't Malik playing? Well, because Ellis is playing. And could you get to a spot? Well, then don't play Schroeder. I mean, I guess you just signed him. Doesn't mean, someone's got to sit. Well, don't play Russ. Is that easy to tell Russell Westbrook not to play? And not that you have to worry about that, but then you get into, I'm one of the greatest players this league has had, and your team is not good, and you're not playing me?
Yeah.
There is politics to this, which I hate, but there is.
And the other thing with Russ, I think he's like, Caldwell has it a little bit of just like that dog.
Yes.
Which the Kings have lacked for a long time.
They are missing.
I like Russ just for that fact. Like, you can talk about players not playing. Like, hey, how come that? Just play all the young guys. Just play all the young guys. But it's also good on the bench to see an example of someone just getting down and dirty and physical, and just like, okay, like once you show me that kid, then yeah, you will get his minutes.
Yeah. And I think there's value in that, what you're addressing, because to see Russ play like that should inspire others. You would hope it would do the same to the veterans, but it certainly has to the young guys. And I just think it's a really tricky. This whole season has been one of the most odd seasons from the get-go. Just we knew it at the beginning. It's like, I don't understand the roster, but it's a brand new GM taking over, and he's got to get his teeth into the roster. I think he would love to transform it. I think he's in a difficult position to do so. I think what Sam has been telling us, and what everybody around the league says, everybody, the Kings included, everybody wants future draft picks. I want future draft picks for the Kings. Well, if everybody's looking for the same thing, that's tough. And then to have players that I think could help other teams, but we're back to what are they making? How much will they really help? Are they the best choices for these other teams? And so I'm really kind of, I don't know if fearful is the right term, Chris, but I'm really nervous about getting to 2 weeks from today. I mentioned the Clippers being here. That's the day after the deadline. And if there's not a trade made, or if just Keon was dealt, and I'm not meaning that picking on him, but he's a guy that currently is not in the rotation, I don't know what the last 30 games are going to look like. Because, one, I'm not expecting a run by them, but how do you distribute minutes then?
Yeah.
But it's not easy for Doug. It's not easy for the way they're constructed.
See, I think that's good and it's bad. Like, the good part is, okay, like, there's no more talk anymore. This is it. This is what the roster is going to be. We will figure it out from here. Like, I think the thing I haven't liked is just, like, a lot of the speculation of just, like, is this going to happen? Is this not going to happen? But it's funny. Like, I was just in my mind, I went to a very bad spot. I was starting to think like Dave of just like, okay, the Kings get a very good draft pick in this one. They get a very good player, not great, but the best player on the team. 7 years out, okay, we have to sign this guy to a $400 million contract, but is he going to take us to that? He hasn't taken us to that next level.
In 2023 or 2033.
It's like he hasn't taken us to that level yet. Will he do it? You know what? Maybe we should just trade him for picks.
It's the cycle. It's the cycle of the league, and I don't know if it's good, but here's where my counter to why it might be good is not that, or kind of a situation similar to that. So I think we've been under the same collective bargaining agreement and the same kind of umbrella where it's difficult for teams to trade. But Chris, if we remind everybody, last year, I believe it was February 6th was the trade deadline, 4th, 6th, somewhere around there. And I think it was February 3rd that 2 major bombshells happened. And remember, a same time frame where it's difficult to make trades. People are trying to hang on to future assets. People are not trying to give up things. Well, the Sacramento Kings traded De'Aaron Fox and then Luka. The same, like later that night, which was like the Kings deal felt like a big deal around the league. And it got about 10 minutes of conversation because, boom, what? Luka traded? Like, it just, nobody believed it. I didn't believe it. Everybody double-checked, triple-checked, quadruple-checked Twitter, and it was real. And so in my mind, I'm going, yeah, it's probably hard to deal Sabonis, DeRozan, Levine, Schroeder, whatever, whoever you're looking at trying to deal. De'Aaron Fox was traded. Luka Doncic was traded. I'm not talking about whether the trades were good. They were traded. In the last couple of years when it was a little bit easier, we've seen Durant traded, Kyrie Irving traded. There's been some big names in this league that have been dealt. Trae Young got traded this year. So
yeah.
Now, nobody loves the trade, but he got traded. So I don't know if we're going to, get a late push for that. Like, teams, I think, want to make moves. It's just, can they make moves? Yeah, it's interesting. Absolutely interesting. But I think the mental part of this for the Kings of going out there every day, wanting to, be a pro, competing, playing your part. I don't think this roster care. They don't care about, they want to win. Like, the guys that are playing are out there trying to win. They haven't obviously figured out the way to do it consistently enough, because it doesn't benefit DeMar DeRozan at all for this Kings team to finish last, or Sabonis. I mean, the Sabonis may be here, but like, that's the other part of it, Chris. It's like it, and I don't know, and maybe these conversations are happening internally. I'd like to believe there's open communication between Scott Perry and the players. But if you've heard your name, and then you're not dealt, and you've got more time on your contract, not just the rest of this year, it's like, no, we were trying to build around you. Were you? Were those, that's where, like, if we were always placed in rumors around social media about our job, I think that's hard to reconcile that at times with your organization or with our company in this case. But we don't have to deal with that, thankfully. But athletes do.
Ooh, bad news on the ticker. You just got traded to Phoenix.
Oh, for what?
For
cash considerations?
Oh, new snack machine.
Oh. Hopefully it's good. Hopefully they got really good snacks. And hopefully I'll have a good role in Phoenix. Yeah, it's a weird spot. It's a weird spot for this team. And then they're going into these temperatures. Where were you telling me before? What were some of the spots you read earlier about as far as the temps?
Oh, well, I've got a friend in Indianapolis, and I just like looked at the weather and I'm like, oh my God, like 3? Yeah. That's something I have never comprehended before.
What is the coldest temperature you've been in?
When I was a kid, we used to go, the cabin I'm going to next weekend, we went to that cabin. I remember it snowing pretty good, and I want to say it got down to like 15, but it wasn't like we went out for a little bit, but it wasn't like we were staying out there.
Okay.
But I think that's
15?
the coldest. Croatia, that was the coldest I felt, and that was probably 36, but it was a different type of
36. Well, for example, Chris, the Kings are in Cleveland. It's double digits. It's 11. But the real feel, -15.
Oh.
That's where they are today. Now, granted, they're inside. They're playing an arena, but there's in and out to the bus, in and out of the hotel. Look, they're not living in it. They don't stay there, but that's jarring to the system. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, where they're going next, Detroit, I think, is worse. Let me check Detroit, because this is a doozy of a winter storm that everybody's getting. Well, Detroit's actual temperature is lower right now. It's 2. Real feel is -12. Man. Yeah, the lowest I've ever been in Sac State football was at Montana State. We were in Bozeman, Montana, probably in November, several years ago. And we were watching the news in the room or whatever, or the weather, and they said, yeah, it was 2. And I went outside of the hotel just to feel like, what's 2 feel? I was hoping it would get below, to say I finally was, -1, but it never did. Obviously. It's cold. But I just went outside and came back in, knowing I was coming back inside. Woo! All right, let's get back inside. But the people, like, you can go in some of those spots, like people have talked about Minnesota, I know Dave has, or other places where literally stuff just, you can't be outside for any amount of time. And like last week, it was the Rams game that was so cold, Rams and Bears. Yeah. And it's like, look, I get it. The players have to play, and maybe they're okay. I would hate to get hit hard. There was a play, I think, where Stafford threw the ball and his hand hit a helmet, and it's like, oh my gosh, that has to be the worst. But I think about the fans, like, man, I love football. I just can't imagine going to something like that.
I remember it was a Chiefs playoffs game that was like super cold, and like fans,
Chiefs and Dolphins, I think.
Fans are getting their toes amputated. Yeah. It's like, was it worth this?
No. And it's also, the contrast is like, if we lived in a world where the only way to see the game was at the game, maybe that's the conversation. But it's not, and it's like the option of that is your home or somebody's home or a hotel or bar or somewhere that's probably 70 degrees, and it's like, man, it's just such a stark contrast. It's like, well, do I want to maybe get my toes amputated or sit on my own couch? Like, man.
My cousin was telling me this. They used to live in El Paso, and I guess it snows there like once a year in El Paso, and he would always go to the bowl game there. They would get like free tickets, and so he'd go and with that. So he's over there at the tailgate, and I guess it started like a couple of flurries are coming down. He's like, well, I'm going home. See you guys later.
I'm out. I've seen enough.
I guess it snowed during the game. He's just like, there's no way I was going there.
Yeah. I mentioned before, I've gone to a rain game. That sucked because it just rained the whole time.
The Demons?
But I was broadcasting, so I was covered. But
that was the game that I was at.
Yeah, I went to the Freedom Bowl in Anaheim that no longer exists, but I think it was USC versus Fresno State. And they had, at Angel Stadium at the time, they had overhangs, but we were like we were on the sideline, kind of in a frontish type row, and just getting pelted. And it's like, yeah, it wasn't cold, but you're just wet all game, which was not fun at all. Let's see, some text here. Seems to me like Levine is the player right now that is going through the motions and not giving a great effort. DeRozan and Westbrook are playing hard regardless of the situation. Please trade Levine for sanity of the locker room. Yeah, I mean, that's the part I wonder about. Like, look, the losing's not fun. Nobody's enjoying this, and I gotta believe. And I think we played that out. Yeah, we did yesterday, of Dylan Cardwell said some amazing things about how great the locker room is, how much he loves the guys, how everybody's staying upbeat and battling. And I'm sure there's some of that. I'm sure there's some bickering at times too. Look, nobody's enjoying this season. But I got to believe someone like DeMar DeRozan, who doesn't have a ton of time left, but still playing it. I think he's been the best player on this team for the last couple of years, to be honest with you. Certainly after the Fox trade. But he would probably like to end his career with a better chance, or at least get into the postseason. Better chance of winning a championship. Zach LaVine hasn't been in a ton of playoff sequences or series, so I'm sure he would love to see that. Sabonis would probably like more. So I know there's probably a desire, and you just got to be able to make it happen. Again, back to easier said than done. But I think just the spot they're currently in, where their record is, the roster they currently have, the fact that they know that they would like to move players, but they may not be able to, is just it's been the most up and down, bizarre, confusing-filled year. And it's really less about the record, too. The record's not been good. This could be one of the worst Kings teams we've ever seen. I think they will pass that which the low is 17. And they may be in that, mid 20 range. If we're pacing it out, that's about where they're supposed to be, around 22 to 23, which isn't great, which will still be one of the bottom teams in the NBA. And
I still have PTSD from that season.
The 17-win season?
Yeah, because it's like, okay, well, they're going to get a good draft pick, and the lottery, they dropped as far as they
got
go.
the worst one they could, which, was not fun to see. Not fun to see at all. All right, break time for us. Still much more show to get to, including what's hot, what's not, 3 in the key prediction for tonight. We'll have our Celebrity Pick 6 Survivor edition of Roosters on the River. That's coming up in a few minutes. But up next, 4 down territory, the AFC champ winner, the NFC champ winner. Which QB benefits the most from this weekend, and which head coach would benefit most from a win this weekend? We've got all that in 4 down territory next.
Listen to the #1 sports lineup in Sacramento.
The Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross, Matt George, and Kayla Anderson. The Drive Guys with Kevin Gleason and Alan Stiles.
Every weekday live and local 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. Online at SactownSports.com or download the app right on your phone. Your #1 source for all your Northern California sports. Sactown Sports 1140.
You're listening to Leaf Filter Radio, and the guru of gutter protection himself, Chris Coonahan, is here to take your most pressing leaf-related questions.
Hey, everybody, Chris here. I understand we have Ron on the line. Ron, where are you calling from?
Uh-oh. Ron, are you calling from a ladder?
Well, I was. I wanted to ask Chris what I need to do to get my gutters ready to have leaf filter installed.
Oh, Ron, you don't have to do anything. A Leaf Filter Trusted Pro will come out and clean out your gutters, realign and seal your gutters, and install Leaf Filter, America's #1 gutter protection system.
So I didn't need to get on this ladder?
Ron, Leaf Filter Trusted Pros are in your neighborhood and ready to help. Just visit leaffilter.com/deal to schedule your free gutter inspection and get up to 30% off.
Thank goodness. What was that site?
To get this special radio offer, go to leaffilter.com/deal for your free gutter inspection today and get up to 30% off. That's leaffilter.com/deal for up to 30% off. leaffilter.com/deal. See representative for warranty details.
If you're serious about your golf game, then you need to know about Total Game Fitting at the Hagen Oaks Golf Super Shop. Whether it's the TrackMan-powered player performance studio for your best fit clubs, or the cutting-edge technology putter fitting studio, or the free Ballnamic ball fitter and 3D foot scanner, the Hagen Oaks Golf Super Shop offers you total game fitting from head to toe with equipment and apparel. Find your advantage at the Hagen Oaks Golf Super Shop with the latest offering of new golf products in Northern California. Fulton Avenue at the Cap City Freeway.
Tune in every Thursday, Friday, and Saturday for the Toyota Tahoe Report with Johnny Mosley and me, Elena, bringing you the latest weather conditions up at Tahoe. Brought to you by your local Toyota dealers. Toyota, let's go places.
The Travel Guys, new on KHTK 1140 every Saturday at 11 a.m.
We'll make you a smarter traveler. Tips you can use on the road and at the airport, plus reports from top consumer advocates.
The Travel Guys, 11 a.m. on Sactown Sports 1140.
At InShape, there's a place for every kind of mover. The Sometimer, the early riser, after-work grinder, the yogi, lifter, walker, runner, soft seeker, recoverer. If you walk, lift, stretch, or sweat, you belong. Start the year strong and join today at InShape.com.
When value matters, Elk Grove Chevrolet delivers. Right now, purchase a 2026 Chevrolet Silverado for $4,500 off. The Silverado 1500 stands out with legendary towing power, a bold new design, and the dependability you expect from Chevy. Visit myelkgrovechevrolet.com for full details. Don't miss your chance to drive the new Chevrolet Silverado. Stop by Elk Grove Chevrolet today and experience quality that goes the distance.
Sactown sports fans, when the final buzzer sounds, the real action is just getting started. If you live for big moments, big crowds, and unforgettable nights, you'll find them all right here on the Sactown Sports Live Events calendar. Get ready to laugh until it hurts with Daniel Tosh, live January 24th at the venue at Thunder Valley Casino Resort. Then turn the volume all the way up with Ernest, bringing high-energy country to Ace of Spades January 31st. Slow it down and vibe out when Jodeci delivers the classics live Live February 15th at Hard Rock Live Sacramento. Experience iconic sounds and the smooth style of Chris Isaak February 28th at Hard Rock Live Sacramento. And rock legends Jefferson Starship take the stage March 15th at Hard Rock Live Sacramento. Comedy, concerts, legendary performances. Find every show, every date, and plan your next big night out with the Sactown Sports Live events calendar. Play hard, rock harder, only on Sactown Sports.
Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
Call or text at 916-339-1140.
On Sactown Sports.
Greg Papa joins us at 9 o'clock. His final conversation with us for this season. And we'll kind of check in on how Greg's feeling, but certainly also about the Niners, the way they went out, and what's next for San Francisco. But right now,
we might have to, just remember this for him to ask Greg. I want you to ask what his favorite, because he had a bunch of people sending him food from around the country.
Yeah. Was the best thing he received?
Yeah, what was his favorite one?
Okay, that's good. 4 down territory time, Chris. First down.
Who you got in the AFC Championship game?
All right. Well, we previewed it earlier. We talked about it. Broncos hosting the New England Patriots. I have been a proponent of Denver this year. I'm a believer in Sean Payton. I would feel a little bit better about this selection if if Bo Nix was playing. But I am going to take the Denver Broncos in what would be, I guess, deemed an upset, even though they're on their home field. I like their defense a lot. I didn't love the way they played last week, but I like their defense a lot. Like I said, I'm a believer in Sean Payton. I'm anxious to see Jarrett Stidham. I don't know. I don't have enough of core knowledge on what I think he'll do. I haven't seen him play that much. But I think he's got a coach that'll get him ready and have their best opportunity. And I'm just going to lean on them, finding a way to win at home.
Do you know the forecast that day?
Oh, no. Yeah, what are we looking at Denver-wise?
Let me just double-check that. So on Sunday, 22 degrees.
Okay.
It's a high. And snow showers later in the day.
Okay. Where are you on snow games? I mean, obviously, if I'm at home, I don't care. But, like, I don't want it to change the game. But it's a fun look to see, like, snow on the field.
I don't like when the weather has a complete control on the game.
Yeah.
I don't like it when the weather forces you to not do something that you're good at.
There was I want to say it was Eagles-Lions regular season game within the last 5-6 years that had so much snow on the field. Like, it was like stacked, not where like, oh, okay, the snow is falling, but it's not even landing or sticking. It was just like they were running through, like if you're going to Tahoe and just running through the mountains, you're like, oh my gosh, there was so much snow. It looked amazing on television, but I'm like, this isn't even really the sport. Like, what are we doing? We couldn't really throw passes. Yeah. It was just like, all right, that's impacting the game. You don't want to do that. And that's the weirdest thing. It's a little bit happens in baseball, but certainly happens the most in football. Chris, the way this starts is like, games might be moved because temperatures are too hot or hurricanes in Miami or something. And then we get to the end. It's like, man, it is so cold for these games.
And they'll put like the place that's going to be the coldest that night where it's going to be even colder. Like, come on, guys.
Yeah.
Like,
what are we doing?
That's a bet. They do not. American sport, I will say maybe all sports at this point now, fans, they do not care about you.
Right. They care about that television window. What's the best time we can put this on? Yeah, give me, I'm going to take the Broncos. I'm going to take the Broncos in my AFC Championship prediction. All right, second down.
Who you got in the NFC Championship game?
All right. Well, I feel less strong about this one, I guess, even though I'm not 100% all in on the Broncos pick. I'm going to take another upset here. I'm taking the Rams. I think the Seahawks, and this is going to be a funny explanation, I think the Seahawks are the more complete team. I think they've got a little bit more than the Rams. But I'm probably falling guilty to the coach, the quarterback, having
the
receivers, having done it before. I think the Rams all year long we thought were very good. The games they played with them have been very close. I don't think the Rams are going to be intimidated about playing in Seattle. I don't think that. I think Seattle's special teams may end up being a difference in this one, but Rams have a good defense. Rams have a trusted quarterback. I know Sam Darnold. I thought the Niners to win last week, one of the things they had to do was keep the game close enough and put Darnold in a spot to see if he would make the big mistake. Well, the game was over. It didn't matter. Darnold could have made a bunch of mistakes. They weren't going to lose that game. So, oh, wow, there's a developing story. How about this? I saw Phillip Rivers on the screen, Chris. I'm like, oh, where's he still going to play? No, he's interviewing for the Bills head coaching job. Wow, what a couple of weeks for Phillip Rivers. If he got the Bills head coaching job after coming back to play for the Colts when he was, coaching high school football?
Yeah.
Does he like his family?
I think he's just like, dude, we need to do something about our healthcare coverage. Like,
I mean, he's got 800 kids. He's been playing sports forever, then coaching while, high school probably wasn't as demanding. But if you're
a grandkid.
Yeah. And then coming back to play, which was a really cool story. And then now he is interviewing for the Bills head coaching job. That is way more time consuming than any athlete has. Coaching is that is a grind. And that's something that I know Doug learned early. Bobby Jackson, when they went into that field, they're like, whoa, you work way longer hours. Yep, you actually do. But yeah, I'm going to take the Broncos and then they take the Rams. They're down.
Which quarterback benefits most from a win this weekend? All
right. Well, Stafford doesn't need one to add. I don't think he needs any more in his legacy, even though it would help him, I guess, in one sense. You can argue it's going to help all of them. Stidham is interesting because he is still deemed like a backup quarterback. So does this help his longer-term thoughts in Denver, two, elsewhere? And then you think about Drake May is already thought of pretty highly. Obviously, any Super Bowl, any quarterback that can get to a Super Bowl wants to win the Super Bowl, so it would give him one. But to me, it's Darnold. It's Sam Darnold. I still think there's questions about him, though he's been good the last couple of years. Obviously, he had set that mark with the most wins in back-to-back years. So he did that with Minnesota, but didn't advance. Has done it with Seattle, has advanced, but now needs to win this round. And I think Darnold needs to have a game, too, where it's like he maybe is the factor or a reason or the reason. So I think Sam Darnold would benefit the most from a win this weekend to get his team to the Super Bowl.
I want to see Stidham. I want a Nick Foles situation again.
Man, that was pretty great. It was really great. All right, fourth down.
Unfortunately, it's for the Eagles. Which head coach benefits most from a win this weekend?
All right, same thought. It's going to help all of them. Maybe it would be another one for McVay. And, you start to get to 2 Super Bowls. You're in a special club. It would be a second one for Peyton. And what makes that great is it would be on 2 different organizations. So that would highlight him. Vrabel, I think, is a really good coach. And I think there might be more in his future, more opportunities. But it would help him. I guess I don't think this one's as clear, but I'm going to go to McDonald of the Seahawks. Kind of the same idea as Darnold. He's newer at this profession. He's a great defensive mind, was very good at that before, and now has kind of crafted the defense that the Niners haven't been able to handle. And I think it would be him. I think it would put him into that other tier of coaches when we talk about great head coaches in the NFL. All right, so there you go. We did it. 4 down territory. When we come back, a jam-packed segment that's who's hot, who's not. 3 in the key for Cavs and Kings, and Pistons and Kings. And then we have our Celebrity Pick 6, Roosters on the River Survivor Edition, as that continues with 10 of our celebrities still left. We'll see who they picked for this weekend. That is next.
2 new voices join the midday. Matt George and Kayla Anderson.
Weekdays 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Watch online at SactownSports.com, on the app, or in your car.
Listen to the latest on the Sacramento Kings, the San Francisco 49ers, and all breaking news.
Northern California is covered.
10 a.m. to 2 p.m. The best in the middays during your weekdays are on your local sports leader. Sactown Sports, 1140.
What's up? We're talking to Chad Hoblet of Hoblet Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram. Chad, what's happening for the Start Something New sales event?
If you're struggling to find the heavy-duty Ram you need, you'll find it at Hoblet. Plus, right now you can save up to $12,500 off MSRP on new 2026 Ram 2500 and 3500s, starting as low as $46,995.
Well, what makes Hoblet the best place to get a new Ram truck?
It's simple. We are truck people and have the truck you want at the best prices. We have over 400 new Rams available, one of the best selections of new Rams in all of of California. Unlike the other guys that only have a handful of heavy-duty Rams, we have hundreds. If you need a heavy-duty Ram, Hoblet has it.
Search, select, and save through their whole inventory at HobletDodge.com. Unbeatable prices, unbeatable selection. Nobody beats Hoblet, period.
12,500 total net savings on select new 2026 Ram 2500 Laramie after 3,500 factory rebates and 9,000 Hoblet discounts. Rebates include 2,000 select inventory cash on select inventory, 500 on the job upfit, must show eligible upfit. 5 of this net savings, 46,995 for 2026 Ram 2500 Tradesman. VIN number 190143. See dealer for details.
At Power Business Technology, we're not another big box corporation. We're your neighbors, locally owned and operated. We know what businesses like yours need, from reliable printers to high-performance copiers. We'll help you find the right solution with personal service you just can't get online. Need setup or support? We're just down the road and always happy to help. Power Business Technology, family hometown service with big-time solutions. Contact us today for all your business printing needs at 844-POWER-BZ. That's 844-769-3729 or visit us at powercopiers.com.
Texting enrolls you into recurring automated text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
Man, I love seeing the old gang at these reunions.
Did you see Brian? He's in better shape than he was 25 years ago. How is that even possible?
Yep, I ran into him a few weeks ago and had to ask. He told me he started taking Nugenix Total T2.
The testosterone booster?
Yeah, but it's way more than that now. It also skyrockets your nitric oxide in as little as 3 hours. I started taking it right away and I'm already seeing results.
I was wondering what you were doing. You seriously crushed me in that pickup game last week.
Yep, after 40, energy, strength, drive, it all starts going downhill. But with T2, I feel like my old self again. Stronger, leaner, and my energy is way up. My wife even noticed a difference. They're giving out complimentary bottles right now. Just send them a text.
Text TAP to 215-215 for your complimentary bottle of new Nugenix Total T2. Text now and you'll also get a free bottle of Nugenix Thermo X, our most powerful fat incinerator. That's TAP to 215-215.
These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. Product not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Big savings are back at Folsom Lake Honda, your one-stop Honda shop. Looking to own or lease? We have options for everyone. Plus, lower interest rates at Folsom Lake Honda make for lower payments. It's no wonder Folsom Lake Honda is your one-stop Honda shop. Get an instant cash offer for your trade at FolsomLakeHonda.com. We'll buy your car whether you buy from us or not. Visit us today at FolsomLakeHonda.com.
Folsom Lake Honda, yeah, your one-stop Honda shop.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
ZipRecruiter.
This message comes from Viking, committed to exploring the world in comfort. Journey through the heart of Europe on an elegant Viking longship with thoughtful service, destination-focused dining, and cultural enrichment on board and on shore. With small ships that bring travelers closer to the destination, there's more time to explore. And every Viking voyage is all-inclusive, with no children and no casinos. Discover more at Viking.com.
When your check engine light comes on, do you see a repair bill or do you see peace of mind? For 20 years, CarShield's been the name America trusts to help keep you on the road. While other companies stop covering you when your car gets older, CarShield offers protection plans up to 200,000 miles. With over $1 billion in claims paid, we don't just promise protection, we deliver it. Don't let a breakdown break your budget. Get the flexible month-to-month coverage you deserve. Go to carshield.com. That's carshield.com today.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group. Did you buy a timeshare because they told you it was a great investment? That's a lie. Most timeshares can be bought online for $1. To find out what your timeshare is worth and to cancel it, call us today and we'll send you our timeshare exit kit free with all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley for your free exit info guide. 800-771-1300. That's 800-771-1300.
What's hot?
Yeah, hot. Real hot. And what's not?
It's not good. Brought to you by American Energy Heating and Air, Sacramento's complete heating and cooling company, and second opinion partner.
All right, we're going to get to who's hot, who's not in a second. A texter from the 970 in Colorado said, I was in minus 46 when I went to school in Gunnison, Colorado, Western State. That's Austin Eckler School. That was wind chill. It was actually only minus 32. only. Minus 32? Wow. Get out of here with that.
What do you do?
I mean, just hunker down. Honestly, I know you prefer cold.
No,
Dave,
I hate the cold.
No, you'd rather it be cold than hot, right? I mean, I'm not doing the extremes because I think when it's 110, you and Dave always go, don't you love it? I go, I don't want to be 110. I would rather the sun be out and be warm, but 110's hot.
You're not going to like this answer.
Yeah.
I
60?
would rather be in 110 degree weather than 20 degree weather.
Oh, I would too. I don't even think it's close.
Yeah, but I'm the cold weather person.
Okay. Because to me, honestly, I think being cold is more miserable than being hot.
Yes.
I do. Like, cold is painful.
See, I think for me, like if it's cold, it's a better excuse to stay inside your house.
Yeah.
I just want to be in my house all the time.
Yeah.
That's where all the good stuff is.
That's right. All right, Chris. Well, here's some more good stuff. Who's hot?
Kevin Durant.
Oh, yeah. This was teased earlier in the show.
So this was from a couple days. He had 36 points in the Rockets' loss, but the previous game against the Spurs, he had 18 points, 4 rebounds, 7 assists. But even more important, he became the second fastest Rocket to reach 1,000 points. He's tied with
Olajuwon?
Nope.
Drexler?
Nope.
Barkley?
Nope.
Elvin Hayes?
Nope.
Calvin Murphy?
Nope.
Who?
Russell Westbrook.
Ah!
So they're tied for second, and they're behind one other Rocket who is the fastest to 1,000 points.
James Harden.
James Harden.
Wow.
I thought it's like
imagine if they ever played together.
Yeah. What? It's great. Like, imagine saying that when they're all on the Thunder, saying like, "Hey, OKC is going to win a championship." Not with any of these guys.
Yeah. And the one time they go, they're actually playing LeBron, Wade, Bosh. Like that. What a superstar final that was. What a superstar. So that's who's hot. Who's not?
The Lakers. Just
Why?
because they lost 112 to 104 to the Clippers. Hey, Luka Doncic. Hey, he got 32 points and 11 rebounds. Good for him. Still lost.
You're okay with that. But Dave is not. Why?
No. Why isn't Dave okay with that?
Because Dave
loves LA. Dave loves it.
There you go. That is why. All right, so that's who's
Is it
hot.
weird that he's more the SoCal person than you now?
I know. I'm glad in one sense, but not because it's USC. Daddy. Man. All right, it's time, Chris, we have 2 of these to get to today. Let's start with today's game, the Kings and the Cavs, 3 in the key. I'm not doing the song. I can't pull it off. I probably could, but I'm not going to try. All right, first prediction.
Detroit basketball.
The first one is Cavs and Kings. We're going to keep this pretty simple and formulaic today. Chris, we're looking for the Kings' high score tonight.
That will be Zach LaVine with 34.
Okay. I have written in DeMar DeRozan with 28. Kings leading rebounder.
That will be Russell Westbrook with 9.
I have Sabonis with 12. And then a random stat that you're predicting, something that we just couldn't see coming and happening tonight.
Cardwell will have more than 2 blocks. Chris real out of
oh yeah, that's right. Get that painting in Scott Perry's office yet? All right. More than 2 blocks for Cardwell. My random stat is Schroeder's going to have a double-double off the bench. Bench double-double for Schroods. All right. We got a game on Sunday, Kings and Pistons. Re-rack it. All right, Kings and Pistons, noon, Sunday. AFC Championship game is on at the same time. Which one will you be watching? Watch them both. And listen to the Kings.
How about you listen to the Kings and watch the game?
There you go. Always listen because the radio. the G-Man, the high flyer, myself. We're all a part of it. All right, we're looking at that game, Chris. The Kings' high score.
The high score for that game will be DeMar DeRozan.
And how many?
With 28.
Yeah, that's what I said the previous game. This one's going to be Russell Westbrook with 23. Kings leading rebounder?
That will be Reno with 11.
Reno
with
11. I'm going right back to Sabonis, and I'm going right back to the same number. I said 12 the first time. Sabonis with 14. And then the random stat you're predicting to happen on Sunday in the game against the Pistons.
Schroeder will get another technical.
Ooh, he's a little feisty, isn't he? I'm okay with that. Well, we're all okay with it because of his... how did he ever talk to Luka, Chris? Did you ever get any audio of that?
No, I don't think he talked to Luka. I do have... It's funny, we haven't found any of the video or any of that. There's actually audio taken right before the fight.
Oh, well,
I believe it's Schroeder talking.
Well,
so let me just.
He's got a distinct accent, so I'd know if it's him.
Yeah.
Flappy, bappy, wait.
Yeah, that's him. That's him.
I'm picturing Schroeder saying that right before he slapped.
Flappy, pappy, wait.
Huh? Boom.
Oh my goodness.
How has TMZ not posted that everywhere?
It's on somebody's phone.
I am convinced that, I don't like conspiracy theories, but I am convinced the Lakers and the NBA teamed up to make sure that they got a hold of every single video and destroyed it so it wouldn't go out there. I bet it was incredibly funny.
Yeah, I buy it. I definitely buy it.
Because it was Luka's stupid face go oh, what are you going to do about it? What are you going to do about it? And that is the best, come-uppance, when someone's getting in someone's face and says, what are you going to do about it?
And then they do something about it.
They do something about it.
And the person that was questioning it does not like the result.
And they're shocked by it.
Yeah. Well, you asked. All right, so we've done who's hot, who's not. We've done 3 in the key for both Kings and Pistons and Kings and Cavaliers. It's now time for our Celebrity Pick 6 Survival Edition. Survivor. Brought to you by our friends at Roosters on the River. Do we have anything from them today?
Huh?
Roosters on the River?
We do.
Oh.
We do have something from... Wait. Make sure... Is it on that piece of paper that I gave you?
I don't see it.
Okay, then... No.
Yeah. All right. We can still tell you about Roosters on the River.
You know what? I'm going to talk to our guy there, and if we do have something and that was a mishap, we'll make sure to have that on Monday.
Yeah, on Monday when we recap this. So, Roosters on the River, honestly, a great place to go. We've had a show meeting. I don't know, just a show hangout. We had a good meal out there together.
I was out there for game night, hosted by
right.
Jay Johnson.
Last week?
2 weeks ago.
Okay.
They gave out a Malik Monk jersey.
Oh, wow. What'd you eat that time?
I had the chile verde.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Incredible.
Yeah.
Every time I have a new dish there, it is the best.
So check it out. Roosters on the River, cool location. I mean, really go anytime. I think it's going to be really peak performance when you get to spring and summer. It's awesome out there.
I randomly found them on Yelp and took my mom to brunch there for Mother's Day.
Uh-huh.
And it is her favorite place now.
There you go. Mother's Day's not that far away. It's not around the corner, but...
I'm off the fast. Maybe, hey, Mom, if you're listening, maybe I'll take you to Roosters on Sunday.
I'll play the role of your mom.
Maybe.
Hello. All right, here we go.
Yes, Mommy.
Daddy. We had 10 celebrities that are still alive. Basically,
I hated that.
Here's how it goes. We had all our participants from our Celebrity Pick 6 during the year come back for the playoff edition of Survivor. And so if they pick the team that wins, easy, they move on. If their team loses, they're out. We lost 4 the first week with the Eagles. We lost 3 more this last week. I think it was Bobby Jackson and Brad Miller took the 49ers. Gunrock took the Bills. They gone. So now we're down to 10. Now, the only other catch is if you've taken the team, you can't pick them again. So it makes it a little more difficult. And this week is the biggest challenge because if, for example, you advance, but you have 2 teams that you've already picked that are in the Super Bowl, well, you can't advance. And so, therefore, you'll be eliminated. But we're not to that spot yet. So let's see what our celebrities picked. Our 10 remaining. First off, The great G-Man, Gary Gerald, has advanced to this round. He is going to select the New England Patriots. Greg Vaughn, one of the great baseball hitters from our area, home run hitter extraordinary, hit over 50 in a year. Greg Vaughn is taking the Seahawks. So we already have two different teams here. Jerry Reynolds, who picked the Seahawks last week to beat the Niners, was right. Didn't want it to be right, but he was right, is taking the Patriots. Pat Still, Hall of Famer from down the hall, is going against Gary Gerald and Jerry Reynolds. He's taking the Broncos. Chris Verlaud, yes, Verlaud Squad, he is a celebrity.
I should say it.
Okay.
I'm going to take the Broncos.
That's not what I have on here.
No.
Is that what your last minute decision
Yes.
is?
You sold me on it. So you know what? If the Broncos win this weekend, I'm going to consider that a win for you and me. It's going to be us going to the championship.
You better hope the Rams lose.
I better.
Yeah, because then you out. But you have the Broncos. Chris Verlaud is taking the Broncos. The high flyer, Henry Turner, he's still in our tournament. He is taking the Seahawks this week. Our life coach, UC Davis Aggie coach, Jim Less, he is taking the Patriots. Herky the Hornet. Yeah, Herky. Stingers up, all the way up. He's taking the Broncos. Ken Korak, voice of the A's. Sometimes Sacramento A's, but the A's. Is also taking the Broncos. And Coach Alonzo Carter, your head football coach at Sacramento State, is taking the Denver Broncos. So we got
I feel so much better about my
1,
pick
2,
now.
3, 4, 5. 5 Broncos. 1, 2, 3 Patriots, or at least losing 3 or 5. 3 or 2. And then the last 2 are 2 Seahawks. Nobody's picking the Rams because the Rams have been taken by everybody on this list but 2 people. So they would have the Rams in the next round if they advance. All right, good luck. That's our Celebrity Pick 6 by our celebrities in our Survivor pool. Final hour is ahead. In the final hour, we will have celebrity birthdays. We will have Friday Fun and Games. But up next, our final conversation for this season with the voice of the 49ers, Greg Papa. He joins us next.
Download the Sactown Sports app.
Sacramento sports in your pocket. This is Sactown Sports 1140.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Grainger. Grainger offers a broad range of quality products and next-day delivery, so he can always play it safe. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
It's tax time, y'all. If you want to file free, this next one's for you.
Now taxes is so free. Tax free edition only. Roughly 37% of filings qualify. Simple form 1040 returns only. Now this is tax.
Love that jam. Up next, commercials.
Intuit TurboTax Free Edition. See if you qualify at turbotax.com/free. No schedules except for earned income tax credit, child tax credit, student loan interest, and Schedule 1A.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group. Did you buy a timeshare because they told you it was a great investment? That's a lie. Most timeshares can be bought online for $1. To find out what your timeshare is worth and to cancel it, call us today and we'll send you our timeshare exit kit free with all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley for your free exit info guide. 800-771-1300. That's 800-771-1300.
You remember me from a show called And Joe? I'm back on the radio, Sacramento. It's Joe Mami, and when you need your new country fix, join me weekdays from 6A to 10 for the Pat and Cody with Joe show on New Country 105.1 KNCI or on the free KNCI app.
Guys, if your energy is low, your strength isn't what it used to be, or your drive feels off, it's not just getting older. For many men, it's low testosterone. At Revive Men's Health Sacramento, you can start with a free T-check, exam, and consultation so you get real answers about your testosterone levels and overall health. And this month only, qualified patients may receive 25% off testosterone replacement therapy. This isn't guesswork or one-size-fits-all treatment. Revive specializes in personalized, closely monitored testosterone care designed to help men feel stronger, sharper, and more like themselves again. With over 120,000 patients treated since 2011, Revive Men's Health is trusted for results, not hype. If you've been putting this off, Now is the time to act. Claim your free T-Check and consultation and see if you qualify for 25% off TRT. This month only. Call 916-619-3000. That's 916-619-3000. Or visit ReviveMen'sHealth.com. Terms apply, must medically qualify.
Capital Casino, conveniently located on 411th North 16th Street in downtown Sacramento.
KHD1 Sacramento, KYMX HD3 Sacramento. From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios.
This is Sactown Sports 1140. The Carmichael Dave Show.
He's on the microphone when he's not on the microphone. He's playing a song, and when he's not playing a song, he's on the microphone, and then boom.
With Jason Ross.
No, he didn't. Yes, he did.
Call or text at 916-339-1140.
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross on Sactown Sports.
All right, welcome into the final hour of the show for this Friday. Jason Ross, Christopher Law, no Carmichael Dave today. He's back with us on Monday. We did hear from him earlier in the show. That was fun. And we still have Friday Fun and Games to get to, and who's hot and who's not and all that, or what's on deck, and celebrity birthdays. That's all coming up in this final hour. And we are efforting to hear from the voice of the 49ers, Greg Papa, and we are ready to do that right now.
Touchdown! San Francisco!
He has nearly 40 years of broadcasting in Northern California. The voice of the San Francisco 49ers, Greg Papa. Sponsored by Sunpoint Public Adjusters, the gold standard of the public adjusting industry.
Oh, and it was a week ago today. We talked to the voice of the Niners, Greg Papa. We got so fired up because if the Niners had won, if the Rams had won, we are going to hear Greg Papa on the call for the NFC Championship game. And unfortunately, it did not happen for the 49ers. But it is great, nonetheless, to talk to Greg Papa. Greg, it's Jason. How are you today?
Boy, that seems like a lifetime ago, let alone a week ago.
Yeah.
So much has transpired, obviously. But, yeah, I mean, right from the opening kickoff, Jason, Rashid Shaheed taking it back 95 yards. They had a brilliant team set up with their fullback, Bradley Russell, coming over and getting the Niners best special teams players. Saran Neal, they got Gifford blocked, and Chase Lucas missed the block, and down the sideline you go. You know, Eddie made a smart play, try to trip him. That's all you can do is take the 15 yards from there, but it was a swing and a miss, and it was on, and just so many plays, obviously, the way they ran the ball, the way Brock was just overwhelmed with the pass rush is really the big concern, and Brock played great. The way he was able to step up and step through that pressure time and time again to make himself available as a thrower, and he made a lot of plays, both going to his right and throwing back across his body to middle and left, and he gave him a chance, but the reality is, you know, we played those guys 8 quarters.
Yeah.
On January the 3rd and January the 17th, and there were no touchdowns San Francisco's. They scored 3 and 6 points, 9 points off 3 field goals. That's it. So a lot of work to do. Certainly a lot of healing to do for this team, and they'll come back next year. But you've also got to be realistic about where you are, and that is you're in the NFC best. You're in the best division in football now, and arguably Arizona had it down here, so you don't have all the way to the bottom. But those top 3 teams, all with 12 or more wins, all to advance to the divisional round. When you went to the Final Four in the NFC this year, 3 were in the NFC West, and 2 are in the championship game, which leads to, what do we do, faithful? Who do we want to lose? We don't want either one to win. We want them to play like Avogadro's number quarters and play forever, the longest game in the history of football. But somebody's going to ultimately win the game. So which team do we want to lose more, I guess, is the way to look at it. The Rams have been more of a recent nuisance, and then winning the Super Bowl and beating us in the championship game. But Seattle's back and stronger than they've been since the Legion of Boom days, and we know about that rivalry when You know, it was Jim Harbaugh against Pete Carroll, and Richard Sherman was in Seattle. So I'm trying to figure this out. We're all going to be depressed.
Yep.
Because someone is going to be playing the Super Bowl in our stadium on February the 8th. Which team do we want to lose the most on Sunday?
That's what we've been asking our fans too here. Just like I don't, and people have been asking for just other things to happen, just not even to have the game happen. It's obviously going to happen. But Greg, as I look at this, you warned us about Seattle. You said this early on that you thought they might be the best team, and I'm not surprised that they won, but I'm surprised in the manner and just the way they made the Niners offense look. Kyle's so good at his craft. I think the Niners offense is good, and obviously they were missing some players, but what is it about Seattle that has turned into the kryptonite, at least for this version of the Niners?
The way John Schneider and the new coach, and even Pete on the way out the door, and the whole organization there rebuilt that team. Look at their drafts from 2022 on. The first year they got 2 offensive linemen, Cross, the left tackle, and Lucas, the right tackle. And then they added Devin Witherspoon. They picked him 5th overall in the draft. That's high to take a corner, especially an undersized guy. But I saw him coming out of Illinois. He wore number 31 in school. I thought he hit like Dante Whitner, who wore 31 with the Niners, but he played corner. And he can play outside and inside, and then they just kept adding every year. Even Worry, the guy they got this past year as a rookie, is a kind of a modern-day version of Cam Chancellor, going back to the Legion of Boom days. But they use him more like Mike McDonald when he was the defensive coordinator in Baltimore used Kyle Hamilton, where he lines up everywhere, and you don't really have a feel for where he is. And those two guys, Witherspoon and Eamon Worry, are perfect matchups for the Niners over the middle of the field, whether it's Kittle over the middle or McCaffrey on an option route over the middle of the field or in the flat. Those guys just get there quickly, and they don't miss tackles. They hit everything, and the guy goes to the ground hard. They went out and got veteran guys like Leonard Williams, and DeMarcus Lawrence. Leonard Williams was a good player with the Jets and Giants. He became a force with the Seahawks. They re-signed him right away. And then DeMarcus Lawrence last year had a foot injury in Dallas. He looks like an entirely different guy. The uniform fits him differently in Seattle. He wears 0. In a way, he went at Brock on the first play of the game. And later in the game, the way Leonard Williams tracked him down to sack him on that 4th down when he blew by Dominic Pooney, it's like, whoa. And then they've got Reek Woolen. They're just 2 safeties always with Julian Love and Kobe Bryant. They're just a terrific defensive team, and they have great personnel. And then this guy is a great defensive coordinator. So they're going to be a problem for a long time because they got, Williams is a little older, and so is DeMarcus, but it doesn't look like they're retiring anytime soon the way they played last Saturday. And then they've got Ernest Jones the 4th. I call him Jones IV.
Right.
Because that's something I see on the back of his jersey, and I got a perpetual IV in my arm here with my pick line. But that guy's a difference maker. Takes away the middle of the field. I would say for this one game on Sunday, a couple of teams have been able to really light up this. Remember, they had a great shootout in Seattle, Baker against Sam, and it was 38-35 Tampa Bay. And then probably the most exciting game of the regular season, and there were so many, but from start to finish, that Thursday night game, Rams at Seattle. Seattle came back on them, wound up winning in overtime by a single point, but the Rams rolled up, Jace, 581 yards. 581 in that game. It's like, whoa. The way the Niners were going, they'd have to play 3 games to get to 581 against them. Let's be honest. So that'll be interesting to see if the Rams can go in there. What's the weather going to be like Sunday night, essentially for a late afternoon night game. And then losing Charbonnet.
Yeah.
In our game. Zach Charbonnet. Because they really do go back and forth between Kenneth Walker III and Zach. How many carries can they give K9? Do they have other backs? They also have Cam Akers on their roster, the former L.A. Ram running back who they wound up letting go when they got Kyron Williams. So Will he mix in? They got a couple of other young guys, but, losing Zach Charbonnet is a big part of what they do in combination with Kenneth Walker III. And the big thing is Sam Darnold. He just didn't turn the ball over against the Niners in 8 quarters of football. We know about his propensity to turn the ball over. Can the Rams turn him over? And what Rams defense will we get in this game? There was a point early in the year where I had a hard time choosing whose defense is better, the Rams or the Seahawks. There's no doubt now Seattle's defense is far better. The Rams defense can be very inconsistent, and they don't play as well on the road as they do at SoFi. So are we going to have another shootout like we had when it was 38-37, Seattle in overtime? But the hell with these two teams. I hope they play forever and end in a tie. And would that mean the Niners would go to the Super Bowl?
Let's do it.
Would it be like the next one up,
I'd take that, and as we think about kind of what's next for the 49ers, does John Lynch and crew there kind of do everything in their normal DNA to how they want to build this team back up, or do they kind of do it with a lean towards look at what Seattle is, we need to figure out a way to crack that code? Do they kind of have Seattle in their mind as they're building this team back up?
Well, I think you always look within your own division. The first thing, you want to win the championship game and go to the Super Bowl and win the Super Bowl. But the first thing is if you win your division, you're at least going to get a home playoff game, and you may get more. And that's the goal. That is the easiest way to make the playoffs is to win your own division. The problem is the Niners won 12 games this year. They won enough games to win a lot of divisions a lot of years. You just weren't going to win the NFC West this year when Seattle won 14 games. So as far as specifically matching up, I think the Rams and the Seahawks are different defensively, but they present a similar problem in the fact that their defensive lines just can devour games. And we know I went through all of Seattle's guys. And Seattle they got some guys on the outside. Nwosu can rush the quarterback from outside, and Mafe can rush the quarterback from outside. Paul, can do it from outside. He can blitz even worry off the edge. But to me, the real strength of their D-line is inside out. Mm-hmm. They, as I mentioned, Williams and DeMarcus Lawrence, they have this young player, second-year player from Texas named Byron Murphy. The second, he's just a monster. You can't move him in the run game. That's why I think Kyle was reluctant to run quarterback sneak on them at 4th and 1, and he ran the down the line option, which he was trying to flip the ball to McCaffrey. And the guy also had 7 sacks. The Rams are also built with Kobe Turner inside, Braden Fisk inside. Yes, they have the outside guys, Young and Verse, that can bring pressure, but they're really strong in the interior as well. So you've got to fortify the O-line. I know they love Jake Brendel, so I don't see them making a major change there. Are those 2 young guards consistently good enough? Is Dominic Pony physical enough and good enough? He had a lot of bad snaps on Saturday night, and Leonard Williams will do that to you, and so will DeMarcus. And then is Spencer Burford really your answer at left guard? So I think when you look at it, and then you got to be able to separate from them. And the Niners just didn't have enough wide receivers that could separate, with Ayuk going AWOL and Ricky missing a lot of time and playing injured for most of the time since he's been back. So there are a lot of things, but I think you just rebuild it the way you would anyway. It's just you're going to have to rebuild it to the highest level because I think the 2 best teams in football are in the NFC West.
Yeah.
The Niners, the 3rd best team in the NFC West, there's no doubt. Are they the 3rd best team in the NFC? Well, we beat the Bears at home. Where do you stack them up with? We beat Philadelphia on the road in the playoff game. Where do you stack them up with the Green Bays and Detroit? Where are they going to be when they come back? Tampa Bay, where are they going to be? So, but yeah, I think you just do what you've always done philosophically, and that's good because you keep the same coaching staff. So the way they play offense, and even though Saleh left and Gus Bradley, it sounds like will be the DC, Chase, they'll run the same concepts on defense.
Okay.
So You don't have to change much. I think you're still drafting the same type of players. You just got to develop these guys. The Niners have had 2 good draft classes back to back. But go back to 2024's draft. Ricky Pearsall. He had 4 good games early in the year. He had a good game against Chicago. He had a couple of good games after that, but that PCL injury really took him down. He did not, and, his first year with the gunshot wound, hard to assess that. But he needs to be more available. Renardo Green, the second-round pick in 24, did not have as good of a year this year as last year. It's not even close. Is he even a starting corner in this league? Is Dominic Pooney a starting guard? He looked like a plug-and-play guy his rookie year, and this year he had a PCL injury in August with the knee, and I don't know if he's physical enough. You got to be physical. But wait, John Feliciano, who played in there for the Niners on the last Super Bowl trip after Burford was taken out, that guy was a badass. He scared me in the hallways. I was afraid of him. He's just sinister-looking guy, and he plays that way. He's physical. You need that inside to deal with these monsters that both the Rams and Seahawks have. So I don't know. And then Burford, is he the guy or Bard? So, and then the wide receivers, and they got to upgrade there. There's no doubt. What do they do with Jawan's contract? And the safeties. Do Malik Mustafa and Marquise Siegel work together? To me, they're very similar players. Undersized safeties, both 5'10", 5'11", and you just hit the snot out of you. They're trigger, come downhill, fill in the run game, and blow you up. But are they the kind of guys that have enough size, enough range, enough ball skills that you can trust in center field to go up and take a deep shot away, especially when you're playing so much zone defense and those safeties are asked to cover, whether it's the deep fourth of the field in a cover 4 or the deep middle in a cover 3, whatever you're playing, cover 6. Safeties have to cover the deep part of the field a lot. And, do those guys have the ball skills to do that?
Greg, you mentioned earlier in that about the wide receivers in Ayuk. How did we get to that spot with him? I mean, it's really unfortunate how it all ended for him here in San Francisco.
Oh, I love your brother, but that word is woefully inadequate. Unfortunately, it's one of the great mysteries in Bay Area sports.
Yeah.
Charles Haley was a troubled guy when he played here. Alden Smith was so troubled. But with Alden, we knew what it was. He had an addiction. I don't know what's wrong with Brandon. I don't. I have no idea. He was a very different person the beginning of his career than he was the last 2 years. That's all I'll tell you.
Wow.
The first year he was drafted during the pandemic, and I didn't even get in the same room with him. None of the coaches did. Everything was done in separate rooms via Zoom. But as a player, he walked in right away and wow, this guy knows how to run NFL routes. He is refined. Debo wasn't that kind of route runner. Brandon Ayuk was, and Brandon was tough. And remember the game when he jumped over Marcus Epps, the Eagles safety, and that's when I broke out the Ayuk is on fire. He jumped right over him like Ronaldo's Nehemiah. I was like, what did he just do? And then he ran in the then second year, a little bit of a pushback on him. They had to get after him a little bit, both Wes Welker, the wide receiver coach, and Kyle himself. But then he came out of it middle of the year at a game in Chicago on Halloween, and he balled out. And he's a great blocker. He's a great route runner. He's a dependable, big-bodied ex-wide receiver. That's the guy you throw to on 3rd and 5. The catch he made against Green Bay and Keyshawn Nixon in that playoff game on a 3rd and 5. Well, what if he didn't come up with that? What would we have done on 4th down, middle of the field? May have punted the ball away, may have lost the game. There may have been no comeback against the Detroit Lions the next week in the championship game, and he made one of the great plays in the history of the franchise, the B.A. ricochet, the ladybug, that whole thing. And then that's the last home game he ever played before the saga started. And he wasn't happy in the Super Bowl. He was weird after that game. I don't know if he was disappointed they lost or didn't think he got enough targets, probably both. And then the contract negotiation, I never thought he would behave that way. He was not a look-at-me guy. He was extremely dependable. He never missed a snap in practice, ever. Debo always would. Debo would be like, where's Debo?
Yeah.
Oh, he pulled calf. Debo, 20 minutes of practice and he's done, like all the time. Ayuk never did that. And then he just acted so differently with social media. And I was like, wow, is he a look-at-me guy? I never saw that in him. And the way the negotiations went, he showed signs of just inconsistent behavior. I wonder if he, like Charles Haley, it's something chemical. There's something in his body. Is he bipolar? Is he manic? I don't know. But his behavior that way was extremely up and down. And then he finally signs a contract. He becomes wildly wealthy. And he suffers a terrible injury, terrible ACL, MCL, meniscus, all mutilated. It's hard. But that's what athletes do. You gotta overcome it. What are you going to do?
Yeah.
And he just, whether he attacked it the same way he did as a player, I don't know. If he never suffered that injury against the Chiefs, would he have been fine and he would have resumed his career? I have no idea. But and he doesn't want to talk to anybody. I'd reached out to him, bigger forum than me, do it on national TV. Tell your side of the story.
Right.
He doesn't do any of that. He was so cryptic on social media and yet he won't come forward with what he's feeling, so we have to fill in these blanks for him. So this is one of the great unsolved mysteries in Bay Area sports. I'm sure someday it'll be solved to some degree, but wow, what a huge loss for the football team. But more importantly, I just hope he's well.
Yeah.
As a person, I felt that way with Alden Smith a lot. Like, somebody help this guy. Something's going to happen where it's not going to end well.
Right.
And his career just ended. That guy should have put a gold jacket on.
Yeah, for sure.
Charles Haley was able to overcome all of his demons to get a gold jacket and win 5 Super Bowls. His career would have been much better if he didn't have to battle all that. He would have been a Niner the whole time. They never would have traded him.
Yeah.
And those guys' careers are over. And for Brandon, I'm hoping, he's just starting his career, but he's going to have to reprove to everybody, not just the Bay Area, and he's going to move on. He's got to prove to the NFL that he's a capable teammate and that he's worthy of this roster spot, and physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, he's got to show people that he can be a dependable teammate. So he's got a lot to overcome, but I just hope he's well and worry about football later.
Well, Greg, in our final minute or so, I do want to thank you again for all your, really how open you were with us all season long on your own personal journey. This is, I know, our final episode for this season, and I look forward to doing it again next year. But I'll speak for Dave, who's not here today. We have really enjoyed your conversation, and I have too. And just before we go, I'd love to get a health status on how you're feeling and kind of what's next for you.
Well, as you say, my doctor, a hematologist, Dr. Aaron Logan, approved me to do the championship game if we had won in Seattle.
Yeah.
So I'd be heading to SoFi probably today or tomorrow, probably today. That's not going to happen. He also was going to adjust my treatment schedule, which blew me away, to do the Super Bowl. And he's like, I'm not a big sports fan, but I've read a lot about it. It seems like it's a big deal, and I know it's important to you, so but that's not going to happen. So I'm going to begin my treatment. I'm still waiting for the bone marrow transplant. My cardiomyopathy, my genetic heart condition that I have, is getting better. It got better. I had an echocardiogram last Friday, and the numbers are improving, but they've got to improve a little more before I'll be comfortable going into a transplant and being able to survive that. So I would think sometime maybe March, end of February, I can get back on that schedule to get the transplant done, and then it'll be a long, arduous process, as you know, with your family and your son. So you and Dave have been terrific to me. Really, that Friday before the first Niners game, I guess it was September the 5th, was the first time I really told people specifically about what I have, having all-B acute lymphoblastic leukemia, B-cell, and what I was going through, and my have to have a bone marrow transplant or I'll likely relapse. Even though I've been in remission for months, since late August, I've been cancer-free. So It's been a hard year. This has been a really difficult year, obviously. But I'm coming out the other side. I was able to get back in the booth for the one game, and just all the love and support that I get from people that I know really well and people that I don't know at all have made me, really intense and driving to get back, obviously. And then personally with you, Jason, when you told me about your son I think I got through that whole first day without crying at all about me. And then when you told me about your baby just born with essentially leukemia, I was like, what? It's just unbelievable. So, and you and your wife, we got on a phone call together, and you guys have been great. And I pray for your son all the time, but he's going to be fine. So it's been 2025 has been the most challenging year of my life without question, but we'll get through it. And I'm alive here in 26, and I hope to continue for a long, long time. So, but thank you for being a friend, you and Dave, and you specifically with your struggle, being even more than a friend, a confidant, and an advisor and a mentor, and also giving me the forum. And I did one game this year, one. So, allowing me to come on and talk about the team and talk about the league and stay somewhat relevant was critical. And as you know, it's not just physical; it's your mentals when you go through something like this. You feel like you've been canceled. You just can't do anything. People that experience FOMA, this is the ultimate FOMA. You're missing out on everything. So, but it's only, a short period of time, and I'll be back better than ever. So thank you, Jace. I love you and Dave and everybody there at Sactown Sports, and look forward to whenever you guys want to talk, I'm here.
Okay.
I'm not trading Jonathan Kuminga for DeMar DeRozan. I'll tell you that right now. We're not doing that, but maybe after he got hurt last night, we will do it. But
yeah.
We will stay in touch, my friend.
For sure. Well, Greg, thank you. We're going to stay in touch for sure off the air as well, just to keep monitoring your journey. And thank you again so much, and we'll definitely talk to you soon.
Thank you, my friend. Love you.
Thank you. Love you too. That is Greg Papa. Appreciate him and his words. He's been able to share how open he's been. It honestly has been that was one of the most powerful segments I think I've ever done in radio. One of them, certainly when he joined us that first week to tell us his story. And wow, that was truly amazing. And then now I feel like all of us are following along and rooting for him. And look, I wanted the Niners to win anyway, but selfishly I wanted it for Greg so that they could go on and he could call another game for this team. But he will be back bigger, better than ever, and we look forward to that, and we look forward to talking to him. Whether we match up again, sometime during the off season, if there is a Kings-Warriors deal or something, we'll get him back on, but certainly next football season as well. So that's the great Greg Papa. We appreciate him. We appreciate you guys all listening as well. When we come back, we still have What's on Deck, brought to you by Trex Decking and Railing. Celebrity birthdays. We close out the show with Friday Fun and Games. That's all straight ahead.
This is Bill Cartwright. Join us Thursday, February 5th at the Golden One Center for the Sacramento Sports Hall of Fame celebration.
Hi, this is Greg Papa. Disasters hit every day. If your home, business, or building has suffered from any disaster, SunPoint Public Adjusters can help. SunPoint prepares, presents, and negotiates your claim with the insurance company, working only for you, making sure you get everything you're entitled to and letting your focus be on what's most important, your family or your business. Call SunPoint today at 888-247-7865 or contact us at sunpoint.us. SunPoint Public Adjusters, the gold standard in public adjusting.
License number 2N14884.
Big savings are back at Folsom Lake Honda, your one-stop Honda shop. Looking to own or lease? We have options for everyone. Plus, lower interest rates at Folsom Lake Honda make for lower payments. It's no wonder Folsom Lake Honda is your one-stop Honda shop.
Get an instant cash offer for your trade at FolsomLakeHonda.com. We'll buy your car whether you buy from us or not.
Visit us today at FolsomLakeHonda.com.
Folsom Lake Honda, yeah, your one-stop Honda shop.
I love a day on the water with friends, but my moderate to severe plaque psoriasis sometimes holds me back. Now I'm all in with clearer skin thanks to Skyrizi. Risankizumab Riza, a prescription-only 150 milligram injection for adults who are candidates for systemic or phototherapy.
Teaching music is my passion, but my active psoriatic arthritis can limit me at times. Now I'm treating my joint symptoms with Skyrizi.
With Skyrizi, most people with plaque psoriasis saw 90% clearer skin at 4 months.
Or if you are an adult with active psoriatic arthritis, Skyrizi Skyrizi helps you move with less joint pain, stiffness, swelling, and fatigue.
Don't use if allergic to Skyrizi. Serious allergic reactions, increased infections, or lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, get checked for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor about any flu-like symptoms or vaccines.
There's nothing like clearer skin.
There's nothing like better movement, and that means everything. Ask your doctor about Skyrizi. Visit Skyrizi.com or call 1-866-SKY-RIZZI to learn more.
Hey, it's Carmichael Dave here for Capital Casino, Sacramento's #1 poker room, inviting you to come join them every Wednesday for their midweek madness drawing, giving away $2,000 in total cash starting at 6 p.m. It's a safe and friendly environment, plenty of well-lit parking available, and it's conveniently located right there in downtown Sacramento. And remember, best food, best service, best games, 411 North 16th Street in downtown Sacramento. For more information, log on to capital-casino.com and gamble responsibly. 1-800-GAMBLER.
Ladies and gentlemen,
this is going to be fun.
It's time for What's on Deck, brought to you by Trex Decking and Railing.
What is on deck? Again, thanks again to Greg Papa. Anything you've ever missed on any show, our show, Matt and Kayla, The Drive Guys, Sactownsports.com. Go to our YouTube page, go to our podcast page. It's like listening on demand. You can listen to it when you want. I prefer when it's live, but that's okay. I've run into people say, I listen to the show all the time. I go, really? Oh, what time? Because I always kind of try to guess what segments or when do you get to hear. They go, well, usually I'm in the afternoon on my walk, and so I listen to a lot of the show. I'm like, oh, so you're listening to the show in the afternoon. It's an afternoon show for you. That's okay. Make it what works for you. We appreciate you taking the time to listen to us. But what's on deck tonight? Sacramento Kings basketball right here, Sactown Sports. We'll have game night. We'll have the pregame. I'll be there for that. Wait, Chris, is it true you're going to be here tonight?
Sources say I will be there tonight.
Did I have to remind you of that today?
You did.
Okay. But you did know. You just had forgotten about that.
Yeah.
You were so
It would have been one
excited.
of those things of like, oh, yeah, I got to do that.
Because Chris has other duties to do, and sometimes you have other stuff to do after the show, but it's not going to keep you here that much longer, generally.
I hope not.
But Chris has some other duties, and I said, oh, are you just going to stay all the way through? And you're like, why? Like, because we have a Kings game tonight, and you're board hopping, aren't you? He's like, yeah, I forgot. Yeah. You were kind of mad at me, but I also helped a little bit.
Yeah.
I think. But you would have remembered.
I'm like 77% sure I would have remembered.
I think there's a decent chance Chris was going to be in one of those deep sleeps this afternoon, and it's like,
When has that ever happened?
Well, the one time where you were missing and couldn't be reached long enough that it went for, man, this guy's missing his shift, to, is he okay? And when everybody saw you, they were so happy.
Oh, man.
You were like a hero when you walked in.
Someone like walking down the hall, as soon as I made eye contact with him, I'm like, oh, he's about to chew me out.
Because it's a bigger boss.
Yeah, and he is just like, oh, like stuff happens. We are so happy you're okay.
Yeah. I was like,
so like if
yell at him!
If I'm ever like 5 minutes late again, I'm like, oh, I'm just going to stay another extra 2 hours.
And turn my phone off so nobody can reach me. We got Kings and Cavs today. We got Rockets at Pistons. Kings will be playing the Pistons on Sunday. Suns at Hawks. Pelicans at Grizzlies. Pacers at Thunder. Hey, that's a finals rematch. Will Tyrese's dad be there? Cheering on?
Yay! Yay!
That's a good.
Yay!
Is he at the games?
Is he a front runner? I don't know. Honestly, I haven't seen a lot of Pacers basketball. I
mean, who would want to?
Wow. Nuggets at Bucks and Raptors at Trailblazers. So that's what's on deck for tonight.
Don't forget Manchester City hosting Wolves this weekend.
And obviously Huddersfield Town's doing something, right?
Let's see who they're playing.
Oh, yeah. Give us our Huddersfield Town report. Brought to you by, or presented by Christopher Laud.
You sound like you're from London.
Presented by Federal Cafe. Hey, if you're in Leeds and you want a great meal, Federal Cafe.
I mean,
send me some
endorsement right there.
hot sauce.
All right. What do you got?
They're playing Bradford City.
Ooh, is that a tough match? A big rival?
I don't believe it's a big rival. Oh, it might be. They might have had an argument with their mascots back then. Oh, Bradford City's in third. Huddersfield's pretty good though. They're in sixth. They're in the playoffs right now, but going to be a tough one.
I don't know what Dave's record is in matches seen in person.
We should have asked him.
Because, you know, everything everyone does.
We'll save that for what's hot and what's not.
Monday.
What else was I going to... I knew someone from Bradford.
Who's that?
My buddy Rob's roommate.
Oh, okay.
But he was a United fan.
Come on.
I believe John Oliver is from there as well.
Really?
Yeah.
You're a big fan? Really?
Yeah, he's cool.
I thought you were kind of a big fan. Just a fan?
Yeah, like I watch it every Sunday, but it's not like, oh my God, I love him so much.
If you watch it every week.
Like, I don't have to go see him do stand-up.
Okay.
He's fine.
Did you watch Marcelo Hernandez's stand-up yet?
I watched some of it.
Oh, you didn't like it?
It was about 20 minutes. And this isn't for me.
I just like him. Oh, you don't like him?
No, I do not.
At all?
He's fine. But, like, it's one of those things of, like, Melissa Villaseñor is kicked off of SNL, who she was my favorite.
Hey, guys.
She was my favorite, what are they called?
Cast members?
Cast members. And then it felt like he was there to replace her.
And you did not like that.
Yeah, it's like finding out you have a new teacher and like, ugh.
Oh, jeez. Hold my calls. All right, it's time.
And I miss Melissa Villaseñor.
Yeah,
last time she was
I
in
liked her
town.
What was her Dying Mrs. Gomez?
Yes.
One of my favorites.
And unfortunately, I embarrass myself in front of her every time.
I kind of like that
So
part.
the con, I did not see her this time she was in town. The pro, I did not embarrass myself in front of her.
You made it through. All right, it's time for celebrity birthdays, as brought to you by Crumble Cookies. Birthdays are meant to be spent with family and friends, and nothing brings family and friends together better than Crumble Cookies. We don't have Carmichael Dave here. We don't have Matt or Kayla, but we do have Kyle Ledbetter, who's ready for the challenge today.
Yes.
Kyle, you know you're a heavy underdog against Chris.
I am the Washington Generals against the Harlem Globetrotters.
Wow, especially if there's movies. Chris, I have bad news for you. I didn't find a good movie today, but I'm going to see how this goes. I have a song that came out on this date in what year, and it's Madonna, Material Girl.
Material Girl came out in 1984.
Kyle?
I'll say 1986.
Well, we have a tie. 1985 for Madonna, Material Girl. How about Mariska Hargitay? You guys know who that is?
No.
I do not.
Kyle? Chris? Neither?
No.
Okay, she's been on television for a long time. She's the main lead actress on Law & Order.
Okay.
Dun dun.
Yeah.
I don't know what her cop's name. Benson?
Benson.
Benson? How do you know that?
It's like osmosis. I've probably seen
episodes,
two episodes of Law & Order.
It's her birthday today.
She is 62.
Yeah, I'll go 68.
We have a correct answer, and it goes to Christopher Laud, 62.
Osmosis.
Yeah. Kyle, do you know who Tiffany Amber Thiessen is?
Oh.
Whoa. Apparently Verlad does. I do not.
What does she do, you think?
She is an actress.
Correct.
Who was in a lot of movies in the 1980s.
No, it was in a prime teen kids show in the 90s and early 2000s, Saved by the Bell. Have you heard of that?
I've heard of it, but I've never watched it. It's a little before my time.
All right, Tiffany.
By little, I mean 20 years.
Tiffany Amber Thiessen. How old is she today?
I will go 40.
No, she is... I should know this.
You are the Generals.
She is...
I'm tanking.
46.
Oh, man, Chris, not as good as I thought you would be. Chris wins, but 52.
52?
Yeah.
I thought you said child in the 90s.
She was.
She was a teen actor in the...
Oh,
yeah.
Okay, that makes more
It's
sense.
2026, Kyle.
Yeah.
Yeah, should have said 46.
All right, Kyle, do you know who Richard Dean Anderson is? Chris, do you know who Richard Dean Anderson is?
He's MacGruber's dad.
He's MacGyver. Yes. The original MacGyver television show.
Yes, I know of that. That case, got to be 61?
72.
Chris is closer, 76.
Ah.
Richard Dean Anderson. How about Chelsea Sullenberger, known as Sully. You guys know Sully? Yeah.
The Hudson.
I saw him throw out the first pitch at the A's game.
Wow, random.
And it was like years after that.
Wow. How old is Sully Sullenberger? How was his first pitch?
I don't remember.
Oh, all right. The landing was better.
Yes.
Yeah. How old was Sully Sullenberger? Or is Sully Sullenberger?
73.
There was a dark joke there that I
don't do it.
Sat. I didn't do it. He was old then, so he's got to be like 82.
Chris is closer, 75 for Sully Sullenberger.
And like, do yourself a favor and see the second season of Rehearsal.
Oh yeah, that's great shout.
Jeff Samardzija.
Ooh,
The
I should know
Shark.
this one. Saw him score a touchdown in Stanford's last game at Stanford
Chris,
Stadium.
he was a baseball player. Oh yeah, and a football player.
Jeff Samardzija is 39.
No, he was in his 40s still pitching. I'll say 48.
Chris is closer, 41 for Jeff Samardzija.
Seriously?
He was pitching last year because he was in his 40s.
You have the wrong Samardzija.
I thought he was old on the Giants. My bad.
My favorite Samardzijas. Locally, former King, great guy too, LaSalle, Tank Thompson. How old is LaSalle Thompson turning today? One of the original Kings in Sacramento.
65.
66.
We have a correct answer, and it goes to Christopher Laud. Trying to get you one, Kyle. Larry Hughes.
The former Bucks coach?
No, former NBA player.
I think also maybe same person.
I don't think
I'll go 63.
42.
Chris is closer, 47. Last one, Julie Foudy. Soccer player, World Cup.
Oh, right. 99?
Come on, Kyle. I'm not saying she's 99.
No. Like, the 99
The 99
World Cup?
goal, yeah. I mean, you gave me soccer. That's pretty hard to win.
It's
but
your last chance.
I've already failed so much.
Chris, you go first.
53.
Kyle. Come on, Kyle.
Got to play the odds. 54.
Kyle, you made the right choice. Kyle won 55 today.
Yes!
For Julie Foudy. It wasn't a complete sweep, but domination by Christopher Laud. We got Friday Fun and Games coming your way next.
This is Bill Cartwright. Join us Thursday, February 5th at the Golden One Center for the Sacramento Sports Hall of Fame celebration.
That's me. It's now. This is live. Let me tell you about Gonzalez Law. Jonathan Gonzalez is a lawyer right here in town, and he's here to help you. This might be the weekend you're thinking, hey, I might be in a pinch. I might need some representation. He's someone that can help you, and let me tell you how he can help you. SacLegalDefense.com, 916-304-9187 is a way to reach him. Now, he's local. He has been productive. He has helped many people in our region and can help you as well. And the one area he has specialized in is expungements, something that's on your record you like removed. Get it out of there. He can help you with that. Maybe you're going through a wrongful termination case, a sexual harassment case. All sorts of things can be going on that you might need representation. Well, Gonzalez Law and Jonathan Gonzalez is the one to help. Again, SacLegalDefense.com, 916-304-9187.
Snapshot from Progressive wasn't created for just anybody. Oh no, we made it for you. Smooth accelerators. When that light turns green, you're off. Like a warm knife through firm butter. Going from 0 to the speed limit in an appropriate amount of time. Sure, your car has horsepower, but your horses prance around as silky smooth as your right foot. Fancy Prancerton. With Snapshot, safe drivers like you get personalized rates based on your driving habits. Sign up today at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Snapshot not available in California or from all agents.
This is the story of the one. As the purchasing manager at a manufacturing plant, she knows the only thing more important than having the right safety gear is having it there when you need it. That's why she partners with Grainger for auto reordering, so her team members can count on her to have cut-resistant gloves on hand, and each shift can run safely and efficiently. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
At Fisher Investments, we may seem like other money managers, but we're different.
Are you really that different than the rest of us?
We are. As a fiduciary, we always focus on what's best for our clients.
What services do you offer besides investing?
We have a team of specialists in financial planning, estate planning, and more.
Your clients rely on you for all that?
Yes, we ensure clients receive unparalleled service at every step of the relationship.
Okay, but you still sell commission-based products, right?
No, because we believe that's a conflict of interest. We prioritize service over sales goals.
So, then how do your fees work?
We have a simple and transparent fee that's a percentage of our clients' portfolios. So we do better when our clients do better.
Wow, we're more different than I thought.
At Fisher Investments, we're clearly different. Learn more at fisherinvestments.com.
Investing in securities involves the risk of loss.
The new year brings new health goals and wealth goals. Protecting your identity is an important step. Your info is in endless places that could expose you to identity theft, leading to lost funds. LifeLock monitors millions of data points per second. If your identity is stolen, our restoration specialists will fix it, guaranteed, or your money back. Resolve to make identity health and wealth part of your New Year's goals with LifeLock. Save up to 40% your first year with promo code NEWS. Visit lifelock.com. Terms apply.
Snapshot from Progressive wasn't created for just anybody. Oh no, we made it for you. Smooth accelerators. When that light turns green, you're off. Like a warm knife through firm butter. Going from 0 to the speed limit in an appropriate amount of time. Sure, your car has horsepower, but your horses prance around as silky smooth as your right foot. Fancy Prancerton. With Snapshot, safe drivers like you get personalized rates based on your driving habits. Sign up today at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Snapshot not available in California or from all agents.
Guys, low energy, low drive, or strength not what it used to be? For many men, it's low testosterone. At Revive Men's Health Sacramento, start with a free T-check, exam, and consultation to get real answers. And this month only, qualified patients may receive 25% off testosterone replacement therapy. Call 916-619-3000 or visit ReviveMen'sHealth.com. Terms apply. Must medically qualify.
Right now at Elk Grove Honda, you can lease a 2025 Accord Hybrid Sports Sedan for only $39.99 down, including first payment due at lease inception, excluding tax and license. 35 monthly payments of $299 plus tax, license, and 0 security deposit on approved credit. Mileage in excess of $10,000 per year at 20 cents per mile. It really is the least you can do. We're Elk Grove Honda in the Elk Grove Auto Mall, Highway 99 and Elk Grove Boulevard, or on the web at elkgrovehonda.com.
I gotta get an Elk Grove Honda.
We have finally made it to Friday.
Let's end your week the right way with Friday Fun and Games
On the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
Friday Fun and Games. Friday Fun and Games.
I got thrown
Don't call
off.
you no names. Because it's Friday Fun and Games.
Why'd you get thrown off?
Well, because we went in there and they were doing birthdays, and I'm
Yeah.
like, oh, are we?
I was like, we're late.
No.
And then Matt's like,
Yeah.
Calm down.
Normally doesn't happen on Friday. Well, birthdays always happen, but you guys played the birthday grid last week. That was a
Yeah.
different version.
That's
So
awesome.
that was a soft step into the Friday Fun and Games challenge.
I lost badly.
Today's I think going to be a challenge for you both, but I want to see if you guys can do
Dang it.
Great.
Yeah, no, it's all.
We can do it.
fun.
About old things.
we can do it.
What?
Nothing.
Old things? Are you calling me and Jason Ross old?
I think so.
Just Jason.
Dang.
Friday Fun and Games.
He was like, Samarja's definitely younger than you or older than you. I won't say how old I am. Sorry, we're gonna leave that.
He
as a
is, isn't he?
cliffhanger.
Okay,
Hey,
never mind.
you can't ask that probing
Sorry,
question.
I was.
Ladies don't tell their
I was
age.
certain he's way older than you.
Mm-hmm.
Samardzija
just-
to me
just
is
stop
like
there.
64 because he sucks.
Before we get to Friday Fun and Games, what is coming up on the show?
Wow. We are NBA heavy today as it's 13 days away from the trade deadline. Really excited. We're going to dive into a conversation about Domantas Sabonis. If he were to stick around, because we've heard rumors and inklings that if Sabonis were to stick around, like I think the Kings wouldn't hate the idea of him being part of the rebuild. But we've heard a lot of Scott Perry
It's all
talking
rumored,
about
right.
A lot of Scott Perry talking about volunteers versus hostages. And what is Domas more likely to be based off of how competitive we know Domas is? We'll talk about that a lot. Plus, at 11:05, Bonte Hill from the Bay
nice.
joins us.
Say
And
hello for me.
he always likes to chat about the Warriors versus Kings and the fun banter. So
I heard he loves the Kings.
he loves them. And I'm
You
sure
heard
he'll
accurately.
Know who he loves more? Kings fans.
Yes.
I bet.
And they were so nice to him.
He loves Kings fans. But we'll talk about the Kuminga stuff, of course. I'm sure he'll have something to say. And I'm sure he'll learn that Kayla supports the Seattle Seahawks and has something to say about that.
More fuel to the fire.
Yeah.
And I play nice a lot, but once you get me going,
yeah, today might not be the day.
I'm just going to instigate. I'm just like, hey, Bonte, she's a Seahawks fan. Go.
Yeah. All right.
I'll just sit back.
Well, are you guys ready to play Friday Fun and Games?
I'm ready to lose.
Right, you're going to go first.
Oh,
so
there
you'll
you
be
go. Ready to lose.
So basically, this one is Chris is going to have is it a 90-second timer, Chris? I think I told you the wrong song.
You did.
I told you the song that we needed. We needed the timer. My bad. That's operator error on me.
God.
Turn over me. You have the alphabet. Are you familiar with it? The alphabet?
A.
B, through Z.
Yes.
And we're making it easier. You're going to start at A.
Uh-huh.
You're going to get 90 seconds.
Uh-huh.
And you've got to say something from each letter of the category I'm going to give you.
Oh,
does that make sense?
I'm in big trouble.
90
Let's do it.
seconds.
Let's do
Easy.
it. Okay.
90 seconds is a lifetime, Matt. Chris, we have the timer?
We do now.
Okay. All right, Matt, your category is companies or businesses.
Okay.
Go.
A, Apple. B, oh no.
Oh my goodness.
Best Buy. C, I'm so bad at this.
Kayla,
Cadillac. Cadillac?
Sure.
Yeah.
Go.
D, dog food.
What?
It's not a company.
Dunkin' Donuts.
There you go.
E,
you're almost there.
Agencia. Isn't that a...
Sure. What counts it?
Oh my God.
F,
Failure.
Fruit of the Loom.
Okay.
G, George. I don't know.
It's gotta be G.
Oh my God. What is G?
Google. What?
Google.
Talked about it all morning.
H, H&R Block.
Good.
Oh, it's been in our heads.
I, Igloo.
There you go.
Igloo.
Got it. Go.
J, Jamba Juice.
Nice.
K, Kirkland's.
Yes.
Oh, good one.
L,
Warming up.
Lucky Charms. No, that didn't work, does it?
It's not General
We'll
Mills,
accept
is
it. Go.
M, Matthews Mattress. That's conceded. N,
Uh-oh.
Never say never. What's a company that starts with N?
Who does the Kings games?
NBC Sports. Can we say that?
All right. There you go. You made it to N,
You
Matt.
were really like the.
B, I was cooked.
You were. You were already done.
What'd you say for B?
Best Buy.
Oh, that was actually good.
I was just thinking of places
See,
I go.
I would have went with the fine people at Bonneville International.
Yeah, he's
Oh,
you know.
company man.
He hasn't been here long enough, I guess.
Who?
All right, Kayla, you ready?
What if I said CBS
I don't know if I'm
radio?
ready,
You
but
know,
I'll attempt.
I'm usually a nice person and give everyone the alphabet so they could see it in front of them, but Jason's
Well, I know
going hardcore.
the alphabet wasn't the hard part. It was where do I
Sometimes
shop?
to see the letter, yeah.
I was just thinking where I go,
Yeah.
and I realized I don't go anywhere.
Well, I used to do this like the alphabet without the letters, and then all right, starting at the letter N, and then it's like, whoa.
Oh, that's bad.
So we're going A to Z. We're doing so you start at A,
Okay.
Kayla, and your
She's writing things down. That's cheating.
No one
No,
said
she
I
doesn't know what
couldn't
the
do
category
That's
is.
not fair.
The category for you, we're going to give you cities in America.
Oh, I would
go.
that. Okay, cities in America. Let's go with Anaconda, Montana.
The hell?
It works.
Let's
don't write
go,
them down. It'll take you too long.
Yeah, I know. Let's go with Butte, Montana.
Oh, no one
Let's go with Casper, Wyoming. Let's go with Denver, Colorado. Let's go to Eureka, California. Let's go to F. My gosh, I'm gonna get caught up on this.
You can skip if you want.
Yeah, let's go to G. Is there a Georgetown?
Yeah.
Yeah,
right here in
Georgetown.
Sacramento.
I live there.
H. Let's go to Hilliard, Columbus, or Hilliard, Ohio.
That's not a real place.
Yeah, it is. Let's go to Indianapolis, Indiana.
Definitely not a real place.
J. Jackson Hole, Wyoming.
Huh?
K. Let's go with Kirkland, Washington.
I said Kirkland's.
I know. 2 Kirklands.
L. Let's go with Lakeland, Florida.
You're giving us the states, too.
M. Let's go with Missoula, Montana.
Big Montana.
I worked there for 3
Yeah.
years. N.
Great
Let's
coach.
go with Napa.
Oh, good.
Napa. O. Let's go with Oakland. P. Let's go with Puyallup. PQ. Let's go with. Is there a Quincy?
Yes.
Michigan,
Nice.
maybe?
Or here, too.
Yeah, Quincy here.
Nice. So you only missed F. And then you got to Q. She did better than you. Chris, we don't have time for you.
If you're going to Napa, why don't you go by Fairfield, Kayla?
Fresno?
Yeah. It was an easy one, and I overthought it.
I did not have Friday fun and games.
Matt was not
B.
happy.
B. Let's see.
B.
B.
B. Barry Manilow.
Dog food.
Well, this one will be brought back at another time.
I don't want
your first
Wow,
try was.
I feel like my adrenaline was pumping.
Yeah. It's something about the timer that throws everybody out. Like when you hear the ticking of the clock. So,
Oh, wait till we play the Zachariah
I
game.
know that's probably next week. We need the bidding on that one.
Can we do the chips one?
You missed out on that
yum.
one.
There was food involved.
Yeah, you're right. That'll happen again.
That sounds yummy.
In May.
Yeah, exactly. Well, guys, have a great show and a great weekend.
Thank
you
you.
guys too. Have a great weekend.
Thank you. All right, that's it for us today. Matt and Kayla are next. See ya.
Malik Monk plays here.
Started left, goes right, steps back, launches the three. Nothing but net. Oh, that was just filthy. Oh, my, that was sweet.
Sactown Sports is your proud home of the Sacramento Kings.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to